Marshall Occurrence. So, where we are in this new time and day is focused on the victory. The victory. The victory over our enemies. The victory is the victory over people that play these games and now they done hit a dead end. And they want us to be the scapegoat. And it ain't gonna work. They want us to be the scapegoat for their problems. For why this all happened. And God ain't letting it happen. See, history is full of surprises. History is full of surprises. And this time is no exception. People can have all their ducks in a row, and history is still going to be full of major surprises. And that's what's going to happen. Okay? You made us the enemy and you lost. You made us a game, and now you're trying to make it clean. Now you're trying to get serious, and it's too late. You tried to make us a clown, and you wind up playing that position. And it's just that simple. See, in my situation, it's not even hard to understand. That's what I like. That's what I like about my situation. Some people have very, very complicated situations where they were wrong and they did things the wrong way. Not me. My situation is so clean. I don't have to explain a lot. I don't have to talk a lot about this. These people played a position they had no business playing, and they gotta take their position in it, and it's that simple. Like I said, some people, they got a very complicated situation. They got a very complicated situation because they was wrong in certain things that they did as a grown man or a grown woman. And it's not as simple as, well, they gotta pay over there like me. Like me, I just point my finger, they gotta pay over there. They gotta pay over there. That's it. Because they were clowns from day one. They were clowns from day one. No one, see, in my situation, they just didn't expect me to live. So they didn't even think about, well, maybe we shouldn't do this and maybe we shouldn't do that, because that's gonna make us liable if he lives. If he lives, we're gonna be liable. If he survives, we're gonna have to explain all this stuff. See, they didn't calculate that. In their arrogance, they thought, as goofy clowns, oh, he'll just die. You see what I'm saying? Clowns. He'll just die in this situation, or he won't survive this situation. Well, here I am. Here I am. Like Jaheim, here I am. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't pay people no attention, because I know everybody wants you to suffer for what you've done. Because in my situation, they realize, okay, we played a bad position, and it's nothing we can do. This guy had nothing to do with it. And you know I ain't had nothing to do with it. In fact, your community kept me on the outside the whole time. Okay, so then how am I gonna be brought into it after all? Come on, listen. Y'all kept me on the outside the whole time, and then you lost, and now you're trying to bring me into it. Make sense? It's not gonna work, buddy. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. That's what I like about my situation. It's so clean. All I gotta show you is that these people played with my life, and they deserve to suffer for it. That's it. Whatever they talking about, they couldn't prove it. Whatever they talking about, they couldn't produce charges. Whatever they talking about, they don't know what they talking about. They don't know the details of what they talking about. Come on, man. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So that's why God is on my side. That's why everything is going my way. That's why everything is going good. I just gave the biggest offering that I've given in 19 years. Oh man. I just keep hitting these milestones, man, these landmarks, checkpoints. You know, I've given the biggest offering I've given. The Lord showed me that while I was laying here. I've given the biggest offering I've given in 19 years. So through all this stuff that's been going on, I've just given the biggest offering that I've given. So, you know, things about to change, you know. Things are really about to change. They wish death on us, and now we wish death on them. Okay? I'm going to keep doing these messages of tit for tat, basically karma. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. The Bible makes it clear, the pit that you dig for me, you're going to have to fall in that pit. That's all that's going on. It's very simple. My situation is very simple. Because they was clowns. They thought they was, you know, they have fun with me like I was a clown. And then you thought I would just, I don't know, you didn't know how I was built. Now you know how I'm built. You know, I'm not going to die. Okay? Now you know that. Now you're very aware of that. I'm under no circumstance, I'm not going to die. Okay? That's out the question. But because you wish death on us, we wish death on you. And we're going to be successful. We're going to be competent. And that's going to be the reality. See, I no longer fear what American Christians think of me. You know, because they're in their lifetime, they're not going to go through any of this stuff that we're going through. Just come to terms with it. The American Christians are not going to go through any of this stuff. No, they're not. They're in controlled environments. They're not going to go through what we go through. Just come to terms with it. Just come to terms with it. They're not going to talk like we do. They're not going to talk about these things that we go through as we go through it. They're not going to do it. Just come to terms with it. Which means they're going to be talking about all this other random thing. It's going to be random stuff. Almost, even though they're talking about spiritual things, it's not a season. It's not connected to reality. It's not connected to the times. It's not relevant. So you could say all the right things, but if it's not relevant, you're not ministering. You're not preaching. You're not preaching really if you're not relevant. If you're not speaking in relevant terms of the times we live in, with all this stuff going on, it's not being positive. It's not countering it. It's you can do that and acknowledge it and give the solutions to the situation. I mean, it's some people that think because I don't talk about this, I'm countering it. I'm countering this situation. No, you're not. You're not teaching. You're not teaching and you're not preaching because you're not inspiring the people through the situation. That's how it goes. I'm preaching because people know what's going on, right? And they're being inspired by my energy. That's why I don't mind when they see me talk about these enemies. You know what I'm saying? And I'm upset because the Bible says be angry and sin not. So I can be angry and sin not, right? So I can talk about these situations. And I'm going to inspire the people that's going through it. As opposed to you might be preaching out of season. In other words, you might be preaching and not according to the world we live in. You got to remember, all the non-denominational movements that was in the 2004, 2005, 2006, all up in there, that's 20 years ago. 20 years, 2 decades. It's impossible for the world to be the same. It's impossible for the world to be the same. It's impossible for these wars and spiritual warfare to be the same. It's 20 years later since all these TV evangelists, all these TV preachers. It's 20 years later, and what I'm trying to show you is it's changes that has happened in the past 20 years, and it's a whole different spiritual warfare position after 20 years of how it used to be in the church with, just sowing seed, worshiping the Lord, everything like that. And you keep that going, right? But your interaction with evil has changed, okay? Because there's new generations. 20 years later, that's a whole new generation. That's a grown man and woman. From the time that we started in, around 2003, 2004, it's now a whole grown generation after that time of people out here. It's a whole new group of adults out here. That's how you need to hear it. It's a whole new group of adults, and it's also a whole new mentality for everyone to enjoy. Old people, young people, all the stuff in social media, all the stuff on the internet, the movies influence people, all this stuff. That's what make them think they can do crazy stuff, and then you realize, oh, okay, this is not a movie. I can't do this. No, you can't. Okay, so they wish death on us, we wish death on them. And I don't hold back on that. I don't feel bad about it, because I know what I realize is it's one thing to be woke as a Christian, and then it's another thing to be woke on Christians. You woke on Christians, I'm woke on Christians, which means they ain't gonna see what we going through. They ain't gonna see these real wars popping off. They ain't gonna see this stuff the Freemasons and the secret societies are doing. They ain't gonna see this stuff. Just come to terms with it. Don't expect that old woman, and I'm not saying this in a funny way, don't expect that old woman that sits on the front pew of a church, at your church, to understand gang stalking and Freemasons. She's not gonna understand this. That's what I'm trying to show you. She's not gonna come to terms with it. You're a new generation. You're suffering. You're going through a new generation of evil. Okay, you're persisting past a new generation of evil. That's what it is. Okay, they are not a part of the wiring and how people think. You got to study this stuff a lot to even know what's going on, to even know what's believable. Because to them, it's not going to be believable. Okay, so then come to terms with that. You're going to have better luck with people around your age, around our age, with understanding what's going on. They understand gaslighting, gang stalking, flying monkeys, all the psychic stuff, all the psychological stuff. They understand all of this. Now, the old lady at your church on the front pew, she is not going to really understand this and believe it. More importantly, it's going to be hard for her to believe that America turned into what it is. You are young, right? You've seen enough mentality and images to know, okay, this is real, okay? You know it because you've already studied enough other information and watched a whole bunch of people. You've watched a whole bunch of people where you understand this is real, right? Okay. Your grandmother or these old people on the front pews of your church that you respect. You respect them because they're spiritual. But you got to understand they come from a different generation of Christianity and the world. Most importantly, in this context, they come from a whole nother generation of the world where they can't believe America is doing this. We can because we've seen the changes over the years. We've seen the changes over the years, so it's not hard for us to believe that these people can turn into the animals that they are. Okay, so it's not hard for us to believe it. They can't make us feel crazy. They can't, because we've seen enough crazy people. We've seen enough crazy people to know that this is real, right? Okay. Now, your older people in your family, the elders of the church, many of them don't study social media. They don't see the changes in these reality videos that we watch, where people just shoot people on and it's on videos, captured on video. We've seen a million videos like that. Think about it. Your grandmother, these old people, they haven't seen none of these visuals and activity. So when you put it all together, for you, it's not hard for you to believe in these, because they influenced by these same people. They want to be these same kind of people, right? So it's that too. They want to be like these people. These secret societies want to be these people they see on the internet. These people that do wild things and everything. They want to be like that. They want to be those people. But they're incompetent. Okay? They're very incompetent at what they do. They're incompetent in what they do. And that's it. That's all. So settle it within yourself. They're not going to understand this, the older generations of Christianity. But you got to alert your mind, right, where you don't subconsciously take the doubt that they got of these situations, right? That you don't doubt the situation like they do. You got to stand on your own, and you got to know, okay, no matter what they talking about, I know the full extent of this. I know the full extent of this, right? So that you're more on point, you're more fluid. You're not hesitating. You're now aware, and now you're fluent and fluid, both. You're fluent and fluid in the situation. Because when you have a little bit of doubt, it's almost like a car that you try to turn up and you turn the ignition, it goes back off. Right? You gotta hit the ignition again. You gotta put it in brake. You gotta put it in park and hit the ignition again. Pat the gas, give it some gas. You gotta do this all over again. See, when you have a little bit of doubt of this situation, that's how they can get in and make it stop. Make it stop. Now what stops? The energy to defeat them. The energy turned around and flipped around against the people to curse them. Your energy has to flip around and curse these people. Okay? Don't worry about, the first thing you can't worry about is Christians in America, okay? They're the ones over there partying and living it up with these same people. Okay? They halfway, over there with them. So, they ain't gonna flip around their energy like me and you. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. It's because they don't understand, right? You have to flip around your energy to where they wish death on us, we wish death on them. That's the only reason they was even able to even get this far with many of you, because you didn't flip around your energy and become their enemy and curse these people. They wouldn't have got this far. That's why they can't get nowhere with me, because you know why? Because I'm cursing you back. I'm cursing you right back. I'm cursing you right back. And you can't use no scripture against me to make me feel like I'm a witch. You can't use no, you see what I'm saying? It's just coming to terms with the reality. That's all it is. That's why in my situation, I can't stress it enough. It's so clean, because everybody gonna understand it so easily. You know what I'm saying? These people playing with me. Listen, I love it, because that's all I gotta do is show people these situations. Listen, I'm just cursing them right back. That's it. That's all I'm doing. That's common sense to the average person. You know what I'm saying? The smart people totally get it. And so that's that. You don't live for everybody anyway. You don't worry about everybody anyway. Use your common sense. Okay, they cursing you, they playing with you, we cursing them back. It's not being a tough guy. That's what I'm trying. See, all I'm trying to show you, it's not being a tough guy. It's not being a thug. These people play with you, right? Okay, if anything, you're being a soldier. That's what you're being. And those who oppose you get opposed right back. It's that simple. That's why I love it. My situation is simple, man. My situation is very simple, man. It's not hard for anybody to understand. Or they played in my lane. They played with me. Hey, what I supposed to do? I supposed to fight back. That's what I supposed to do, and that's what you supposed to do. You supposed to fight back. That's it. Once you do that, you will see these cowards tuck their tails and run. And sit over in their little corner with their little bone. Like a little dog. You know how a little dog, a dog sit over in their corner with their bone. They gonna tuck their tail and get over in their little corner with the bone. That's what they gonna do. Okay? That's all you got. The only reason I am convinced as a spiritual expert that the only reason they getting the best of some of y'all is because you haven't flipped your energy around. You haven't flipped your energy around to oppose these people. And you would think, well, this is what you're gonna think. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna think. Well, if they are my enemies, God gonna handle it. And I can still keep a good position, a heart posture, and a positive mindset, and God will just handle it. What does the Bible say? Without faith, it's impossible to please God, right? It is impossible. That's the only place where it talks about an impossibility. Without faith. So if your faith is not in the right area, and your faith is not activated, that these people suffer, then you have no faith in that area. You don't have any faith in the area of these people being destroyed because you're a nice person. You're a nice guy. So your faith is not activated to where it's flipped around to where they start to get destroyed. You see what I'm saying? You have to do a 180, right? Where you turn all the way in the opposite direction. There's 360 degrees, right? Okay, that's a full revolution. You have to do a 180, not a 360, a 180, which is a semicircle, and you turn around and you go in the opposite direction. You have to do it. Because that's how, if your faith is not activated in this area, then there's no energy in this area. When it comes to you being in your position and what happens for you. Because, hold up. If God would just do everything, if that's how, see, you got to understand the system and not try to make up your own system. This is the system of God. Everything is done with faith. But God could do everything and just do all things and take care of your enemies, and you could just be a nice guy and you could just be a nice woman and God would just take care of your enemies, right? But that's not the system. The system isn't, oh, well, I'll just be a nice guy and God just killed them. You have to play a position. You have to play a position of faith in understanding that, okay, vengeance is the Lord's, right? That's the foundation. But your mind still, you can find nice guys and nice women that they mind still ain't flipped around. Even though you read that scripture 1,000,000 times, you still did not flip around for that to happen. No, you didn't. You know how I know? Because I listen to you after you say that scripture. After you say that scripture, that vengeance is the Lord, which is the beginning of flipping it around, and vengeance comes towards these people. You flip it around and say, we're going to pray for them. You just said, vengeance is the Lord's. So these people going to get what they deserve, right? But then you after you say that, directly after you say that, you go in the opposite direction. You do a 180 and say, oh, we're going to pray for them and maybe we can get them saved. So your faith is uprooted. You don't get it, do you? No, you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get that sometimes people got to die, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? That's part of life. I can show you in the scriptures. I can show you with the scriptures. And listen, the Bible says faith comes by hearing and hearing the word of God, right? So if you're not reading certain scriptures because the Christians are not giving you certain scriptures, You're not going to have faith in a certain area because faith comes by hearing and hearing the word of God. So if you don't hear faith, if you don't hear the word of God in a certain area, when it comes to enemies, and I can show you over and over again where God killed enemies, your faith is not going to be activated because there's no faith in that area. Because the Christians that you listen to do not give you faith in that area. They don't give you the word in that area. Therefore, you don't have faith in the area of your enemies being destroyed. You know what you have? You have confusion. One minute you're talking about God gonna do something to them. The other minute you're talking about we're gonna pray for them. That's confusion. Don't you know the Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways? The double-minded man, a man that is double-minded, is unstable in all his ways. What you have to do, instead of being emotional, you have to have a spiritual mature position that you're not used to, because a lot of people don't have power. Okay? Now, I'm considering that you're fasting. I'm considering that you're giving offerings. I'm considering that you spend time with God. I'm considering that when I'm telling you this, you pray in the Holy Ghost often, and that when you switch into this position, things are going to happen. You're not just a person that's just religious, that just decide to say, oh, okay, no. You're already a spiritual person. You're already fasting. You're already giving offerings. All you got to do is do a 180 on these people and put all that energy of fasting, giving offerings, and spending time with God and praying in the Holy Ghost. All you got to do, just like missiles. You know, when missiles are about to destroy a certain country, the missiles have to turn. The things that hold the missiles have to turn to that country. It can't be shooting this way. It can't shoot east when it got to go west. The missile launchers have to turn west. You have to turn your weapons against America. Okay? Your spiritual weapons. And I'm going to tell you what, the reason why you're not doing it. I'm going to tell you the reason why you're not doing it. Because you still have nostalgia in all these memories and all this stuff that's clogged up in your mind that ain't really got nothing to do with God anyway, which consists of all these worldly movies, all this worldly music, all this stuff that ain't got nothing to do with God. And that's what's actually holding you on. Hold up. Did you hear what I said? No, see, you don't want to be, listen, you don't want to admit it. You know what's holding you on to America? You are holding on to ungodly entertainment, ungodly music, ungodly movies, ungodly TV series, ungodly people, ungodly famous people. And there's nothing godly that's actually making you hold on to this country. Tell me what's godly that's making you hold on to America. Oh, they pray. Oh, they took prayer out of school, you know. Long time ago. They took prayer out of school, didn't they? So they took the 10 Commandments off of government property, didn't they? So they took the 10 Commandments off of government property. They took prayer out of schools. Show me what, as a Christian, in your position, what is godly about this country that keeps you holding on and connected to this country? What is it? What is it? There's nothing there. There's nothing there. I'm gonna tell you what it is. In actuality, in all truth of the matter, your state of nostalgia is based off of ungodly things and ungodly people. That's what make you keep loving this country. All of us. Even you got Christians that still talk about certain secular people, worldly people. I even do it. You know what's keeping you holding on? All these ungodly memories, and you as a Christian should be renewed in your mind, where you don't even care about these people no more. Hold up. that you don't even esteem these people the same way you once did. When you check your heart. While people always talking about check, you got all kind of rock and roll artists in your heart. You got all kind of rock bands in your heart. You got rap artists in your heart. You got rappers in your heart. You got rappers in your heart, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You got rappers in your heart. Yes, you do. We all go through it. Because what happens is they become like brothers and sisters because we grew up listening to these people's mind and their intellect and their words. They actually became like brothers and sisters. That's why it's hard for these people to break free. Christians, hard for them to break free from all these these ungodly people. This is the only reason you hanging on to America. If it wasn't for that, you couldn't show me any reason for you to have hope in this country, especially if you're African American, if you're black. There's no reason for you to have hope in this country. All you're doing is looking at these superstars. All you're doing is looking at these famous people. And then the truth is you don't even live their life. You don't live no part of their life, not even a quarter of their life, not even 25% of their life do you live. But yet that's your brother. Well, how come your brother ain't helping you? How come your sister ain't helping you if that's your brother and your sister? See, listen, they perfected the fanatic position where you can give them your money and they do nothing, a little nothing for you. And you cool with that. You'll almost kill somebody for one of these famous people and listen, you don't even know them. They ain't even doing nothing for you. Let them talk about somebody famous you love. You act like you want to do something to somebody. You don't even know that person. You don't even know the famous person you defended personally. You don't know them personally. You really don't know how they are, do you? No, listen. Listen. That's what got you holding on to America. I'm telling you right now, that's what it is. If you get rid of all the ungodly people that don't do nothing for you anyway, you do more for them than they do for you, ironically. Well, yeah. Well, you putting a value on the entertainment. What's better, entertainment or financial freedom that you get from off of our backs? You get these famous people get financial freedom while you get a little entertainment. Which one you want? Financial freedom or a little bit of entertainment? You want a little bit of entertainment or you want financial freedom like they got? The famous person has financial freedom from you buying tickets and you buying products. You get a little bit of entertainment. You get a little bit of entertainment, and they say that's the fair exchange. That's the fair exchange to you? Not ultimately. Ultimately, you do more for them than they do for you, and that's the bottom line. You give them credibility where they come from. People vouch for it. They give them credibility. They use the neighborhoods they come from to give them authenticity. And the city too. They use the whole city. You see how much they use you? But what you get? Oh, a little bit of entertainment. Some bars, some new bars on a song. A new song every 5 months. After you've given them financial freedom. If it was really a give and take, they should be doing more for your community, don't you think? If it was a fair give and take, don't you think they should give a little more? You done made them a millionaire, for crying out loud. Don't you think you should get? Don't you think they should give you a little more? Yeah, as a community. Don't you think the exchange should be a little more on their behalf? Do you think it's a fair exchange? No, you made them a millionaire, and what they do for you? What they do for you? So. Is it a fair exchange? It's not a fair exchange, is it? No, it's not. See, what it should be is that if we make you famous and we pay for tickets and we do everything for you, you should be bringing our community out of the situation that we're in. That's the bargain. That's the contract. The contract should be, if we make you famous, you come and deliver us and bring us to another level of living. You bring our community to another level of living, right? That should be the fair exchange. That if we give you credibility as a community, make this same community come up to another level. I'm not saying you gotta carry it on your back, but at least far as your generation, you know what I'm saying? Bring it, let it look like at least your generation took it to another level. Not okay, I gotta carry the whole thing on my back forever, but let at least look like I carried that community on my back as far as my generation. And I leveled it up. I leveled up the community. This is why y'all in this situation. I've turned my back. That's a 180. When you turn your back, it's not always malicious. It's a different direction. See, people act like you turn your back is malicious. Sometimes turning your back, doing a 180, is going into a different direction. And you've been done that. So you don't have to explain it to nobody. They can clearly see you a Christian. So why they worried about you turning your back? Why they worried about you doing a 180 and you a Christian? That's 7 hours. You a Christian, right? Why they worried about you doing a 180? You're not a part of them. You live a righteous life. You're supposed to. So if you live a righteous life, why they gawking at you anyway? Because they want to utilize you for their own entertainment, just like they did to other famous people. They did that to all these other famous people, and they broke free. And now you can't utilize some people for the entertainment of the Americans. See the monster they become? That we're their entertainment. That we're holding on to you because you're our entertainment. You can't hold on to me, buddy. You don't do enough for me. And see, while we're on the subject of doing something for people in exchange, right? You give these celebrities exchange. You ain't give me no exchange. You ain't do nothing for me. Okay, so I don't feel obligated to do anything for you. And that's right. That's coming from the mouth of a prophet. I don't feel obligated. See, as a Christian, they just think they can just move you any way they want to move you. Like you supposed to be a good person. You just go along with anything they say. Even if they playing with you, right? You go along with that too. That's called persecution. So no matter what you do, you supposed to go along with what they doing. If you're a Christian, you gotta pay attention to that. I mean, that's everything. That's anything. Right? Okay. So they wish death on us. We wish death on them. Death. Real death. Fade to black death. Everything getting blurry. Death. You blacking out death. That kind of death. And no, you have to say it because some people are, a little religious and kooky, you know what I'm saying? A little superstitious. A little throw it off, right? Like we say it in the South, they throw it off, right? Okay, they a little throw it off. You thought it was me, but it's you. I love to say that when it fit, when it match, when it fit. I love to say you thought it was me, but it's you. You thought it was me, but it's you. You thought it was me, but it's you. Nah, it's you. You the one throw it off, buddy. I'm in my right mind. See, you size me up as some little docile, little feeble-minded person that you can manipulate and play with. That never was my position. That's why I broke out of the mold every time. See, the proof is in the pudding. If I was somebody that you could manipulate, why you can't do it? What's the reason? Why I'm still talking like this when I'm supposed to be mentally manipulated? Because I never was that position. I was never a person you could manipulate. That's what it is. I'm more of a master than you ever will be. And all you're doing is just showing up to the site, I guess you could say. I've been through 1 million people just like y'all. In this building, I've been through 1 million people just like you. Did they tell you that? This is a question. Did they tell you that I've been through people just like you? Just like you. Psychological games, all the stuff you're doing, sound campaigns, noise, sabotage, trying to be. Did they tell you? This is a yes or no question. It's not a complicated question. Did your handlers Those who handle you, did your handlers tell you that I've been through many people, hundreds of people just like you? Just like you. Did they tell you that? They ain't tell you that, right? Well, that's important information, don't you think? I'm used to this. I know what you're doing. They don't mean nothing to me. They don't mean nothing to me. That's what I'm trying to show you. I ain't new to this. They were doing this in Queens. I just left from another place they were doing this at. Oh, you thought you would have more luck, I guess. Oh, or you, as an individual, you'll be able to do something that they couldn't do. Man, stop playing, bro. Stop playing. Listen, man, this the same old game, the same old rodeo. I've been through it. The only difference for me, what you should be concerned about, is every day I'm growing a little more dangerous. While you staying the same, right? Doing the same things. Well, I mean, you're probably not going to get more dangerous. I mean, why would you get more dangerous? I'm getting more dangerous. That's something you can't gauge, can you? Not really. Well, you find out when it's too late, don't you? Well, how you gonna really know if somebody's too dangerous day by day? There's no real indication or way of knowing, really, except for communication. I mean, you can hear my speech, but I've been like this, so you probably won't take it seriously. Anything I'm saying, right? Listen, man, I'm getting more dangerous every day. Just keep that in mind, little buddy. Cause all that corny stuff y'all on. Listen, I done been through a million people. And listen, they were black too. They were of color. So you're not the first black people in Brooklyn to oppose me. Oh, they ain't tell you that? They ain't tell you you're not the only black people to oppose me? They ain't tell you that? Man, they ain't tell you nothing. They ain't tell you nothing, did they? They ain't tell you that. They ain't tell you ain't the first person that was black that played with me. That's why you out here listen, that's why you out here like you Shabba Ranks. You think you Shabba Ranks, don't you? Hey, you think you Shabba Ranks, don't you? Shabba Ranks. You think you Shabba Ranks. Oh, you Super Cat, ain't you? You Super Cat. Na 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 na. You think you Super Cat? You think you Super Cat? Oh, you didn't know I was that cultured? Man, I don't listen to Super Cat. I grew up on Super Cat, Shabba Ranks, all that, man. But that's not you, is it? You ain't Shabba Ranks. I need to do this. So look, man. Stop acting like you playing a regal position or some righteous African position. Can you do that? Can you stop acting like you playing a righteous African position when we know you playing the dirtiest bum position that anybody could play in the world right now? And you ain't fooling me. See, the problem is you think you other people. You think you Shabba Ranks. You think you Bob Marley, don't you? You ain't Bob Marley. Okay? You not. So you either are or you're not. You're not. Bob Marley would never be in your position. Bob Marley would never oppress a black man like you. Or try to. Let's say attempt to. No. Bob Marley would never oppress a black man to get involved in gang stalking like these Africans all around here that's 7 out. So stop acting. So can you tell black people and Africans you either like him or you not? Not, oh, well, I'm like him, but I'm not. Not I'm like him, but I'm not. No, you not like him. You know why? You know how I know? Because he would never be in your position. He would never be in your position. Under this sun, under the moon, under the sky, Bob Marley would never be in your position. And that's how we figured it all out. So you could jam, you could play the music, but you're not like them, okay? And see, that's what we have. That's the problem we have in the black community is people think they like Bob Marley. 1 minute they think they like Tupac. 1 minute they think they, but you don't got none of their regulations. You don't got none of their mindset. Not consistently. Not on ground level. Not from person to person. Maybe about children, but then not about grown men. Oh, you might protect the children like Bob Marley, but you don't respect grown men like Bob Marley. See the handicaps? You don't see the handicaps. You can't just respect children, bro. You can't just walk around respecting children. You see what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Listen. Tupac said this. It takes skills to be real. You know what I'm saying? It takes skills. You can't just be a violent person or throwing some reggae and all of a sudden you Bob Marley. But we know you gang stalking, but we know you don't treat black people right. So I don't want to hear your reggae. No, I don't. I don't care. I don't care what you talk about. Because see, I know how to play my position. Listen, my position is different from yours. I can play my position and no one's gonna be mad or question how I'm treating black people. No. You know why? I told you it was easy to understand. They attacked me, didn't they? They attacked me. Okay, so you ain't gonna find no Africans under the sun they're gonna say, oh, he's against Africans, but they attacked him first. It don't work like that, little buddy. You see how you played yourself? You came out here and played with me, and then when I fought back, you gonna say he against black people. That's the old school. Hey, that's old school right there. Super Cat. You don't know about Super Cat, do you? No, you don't know about that Super Cat, do you? But see, that's how powerful entertainment is, man. We always remember things. The mind is like a computer. You never forget things, right? So, here we are, where you played yourself. Here we are where you played yourself, right? You came out here acting like you the Nubian Africans. I know that position too. But the problem with that is you can't oppress black people. You can't oppress people and then say you Nubian kings and queens. No. Listen, let me explain something to you. You came out here first, right? See, this is how I put this, street referees. This is how we referee in the streets, right? We go by rules, regulations, and technicalities and principles, right? Nothing else. Not no emotions. Not well, we kind of like how they move a little. No, no, no. We like what they do. You know, we know. We gonna go by, cause see, you can easily be biased. You can easily be biased about some of these black people out here. No, we ain't going by that. We gonna go by whether you like me or not. Rules and regulations, right? Yes. See how easy my situation is? I can't speak for the next person. I can't speak even for the next Christian. I can only speak for my situation. You see how easy it is? You see how easy it is, right? See, this is what happened when you thought you were just gonna kill somebody, and now you gotta answer for this stuff. And now you're trying to make sense of it, and ain't nobody gonna buy it. Everybody know you already did all this stuff. So all they like, well, you know, we just gonna let the world end. That's what we supposed to do. That's what we supposed to do. We supposed to let the world end. After all, you did this in front of children too. Keep in mind. You oppressed black people, but you act like you Nubian princes and man, stop playing with me, man. You don't even know what tribe you come from, like I told you yesterday. What tribe half of these Africans come from? Oh. You think, oh. Well, I know, but do you know the whole thing? No, you don't know the whole thing, do you? Do you know the whole thing? Well, I know I'm part of Haitian. Okay, but what else? You ain't just 100% Haitian. Well, I know I'm Jamaican. Oh, you 100% Jamaican? Nobody's 100% Jamaican. Nobody is 100% Jamaican, bro. There's no such thing. So even if you got an idea, I still outrank you. You know why? Because I know every bloodline in my blood. You do? You do? Half of you don't, man. Half of you don't. No, you don't. So how? I don't see eye to eye with you. I don't. No. I don't care about your witchcraft. I don't care about your craft witch. I don't care about the craft of a witch. I don't care about your witchcraft or the craft of a witch. Hoodoo, voodoo, obeah. Oh, in Jamaica they use obeah. Oh, you thought I was, listen, boy, listen. You thought I was a amateur. In Jamaica, in the islands, what they use? Obeah. I know about obeah. I fast against obeah. I go into spiritual warfare against obeah. Yeah, it's a game, but your country is suffering. Your children will suffer. Why you think it's a game? Oh, I guess you forgot about the children, didn't you? Well, you seem pretty ready to go. You seem ready to go to hell, but you forgot. What about you cut short the children's lives. Oh yeah, I couldn't leave out that part. You're ready to go, right? You're ready to go to hell. What about the children? Oh, you know they gonna suffer too, don't you? Oh yeah. You forgot about that part, didn't you? You were so narcissistic and conceited that you forgot that the children will also suffer in the equation of you playing with God's people. Oh yeah. Yeah. I know about obeah, voodoo, the different masters of voodoo. You got 4 different types. A master of water, air, earth, and what, fire, right? That's the 4 elements. You got masters of one. They usually, whoever works hoodoo is usually a master of one of the elements, right? A master of fire, master of water, master of air, master of earth. Captain Planet. Sound like Captain Planet, don't it? Earth, water. Sound like Captain Planet. Voodoo practitioners sound like Captain Planet. You little kids with the little rings, ain't you? Hey. On Captain Planet, the little kids got the little rings, don't they? Hey, these voodoo practitioners, you got a little ring, don't you? You probably got a little ring on, don't you? You little girl, Earth. I don't know what she was, but water. You one of the little kids on Captain Planet, ain't you? You pray to Papa Leba. Papa Leba. No, cause see, if I don't say this, they think I'm a New Jack. Papa Leba. Block Donnie. The Grand Zombie. The three entities. Papa Leba. Oh yeah, Christians don't know about Papa Leba, do they? You getting a little nervous? Are you getting nervous? Guess what? I'm fasting against Papa Leba. I'm in spiritual warfare against Papa Leba, buddy. Hey, go tell the voodoo community I'm in spiritual warfare with Papa Leba and I didn't die. Well, if he goes to war with Papa Leba, Big Mama Voodoo gonna say something, ain't she? Big Funky Mama Voodoo gonna say something. If he go to war with Papa Leba, he gonna die. Well, I didn't. Oh, listen, buddy, listen. It don't get no harder than that. I went to war with. I'm at war with Papa Leba. Let alone you. You see how I beat you? Man, you a joke. I'm in spiritual warfare with Papa Leba, and I did not die. Glory to God. I'm at war with Blind Donnie. I didn't die. I'm at war with the Grand Zombie. I didn't die. I'm at war with the red African witchcraft people. The red witches. I didn't die. Oh, the red witches are the most deadly. Oh, I know. I went back to Cross River in Africa, and I fast against Cross River where all the witches are, down there in Cross River. Oh, you thought listen, boy, listen. You see where you at? Oh, you didn't think I knew. He's just scratching the surface. He just talking about it, but he just scratching the surface. Really? You think I'm just scratching the surface? You think I'm just scratching the surface, don't you? Why you think I'm so powerful, man? Cause I turned my faith around 180 and went to war with witchcraft. That's why. And stopped playing games with them. That's all you gotta do to shut this whole monkey business down. All you gotta do is do a 180 and go to war with hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, and brujeria. Now you see. Listen, you thought you had me in the dark, didn't you? Now imagine me being in the dark, man. Imagine me being in the dark. You used to dealing with amateurs. Now you finally found someone that's professional. I know all about the black witchcraft you're using. Hoodoo. 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 Not voodoo, hoodoo, which we call low country voodoo, which comes from the Carolinas, where I come from. Which way you got Dr. Buzzard. You know about Dr. Buzzard? Yeah. You know about Dr. Buzzard, don't you? Guess what I did? Take a wild guess what I did. I found a church in St. Helena Island, where Dr. Buzzard is from. And I gave offerings to God, to Yahweh, in the same city where Dr. Buzzard was from. That's real spiritual warfare, buddy. I found Dr. Buzzard's hometown, St. Helena Island. Is that right or wrong? The queen of voodoo, who is that? Marie Laveau. Marie Laveau, the queen of voodoo. Her and her daughter. She used to be a hair beautician. She was in community affairs. She wasn't just a bum witch. She also was in she was a beautician. She did hair, and she was in community affairs. She used to go to mass every day too, so she didn't hate Christians. Well, how you gonna go to mass and hate Christians? Even if that's Catholicism, you're still not gonna hate Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ is the center of Catholicism. Thought I was stupid, didn't you? Oh, I see how deep I am. Queen of Voodoo, who was that? Marie Laveau. She used to wear a snake around her neck called Zombie. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? Said she killed her husband. They'll never know. Probably did. I think that's enough history, don't you think? And I've heard others. I've heard about others. But Queen of Voodoo, Marie Laveau, that's a good landmark for all these suckers that use witchcraft. And Dr. Buzzard. Dr. Buzzard, that covers hoodoo. Marie Laveau covers voodoo. Obia covers the island witchcraft. Hoodoo, they talk to the ancestors. Guess what I did? Guess what I did? I'm always doing something. As far as spiritual warfare, guess what I did? Guess what how I attacked hoodoo practitioners? I cursed their connection with the ancestors. I cursed their connections with the ancestors. Yay! For all hoodoo practitioners, guess what? Guess what I did to you? I cursed your connection with the ancestors. You notice your connection with the ancestors ain't that good no more, is it? Keep it 100. Keep it 100. How you been complaining about it? I cursed your connection with the ancestors. Well, I found out that you connected to the ancestors, right? That's you communicate with the ancestors. Well, while we on the subject of ancestors, don't you think they would hate you for what you're doing to a black man from North Carolina? I'm pretty sure. Well, you ain't got nothing on them. You just doing it for your own ratchet pleasure. The ancestors is not gonna go with your ratchet pleasure. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing, buddy. How the ancestors gonna be on your side? Oh, I can talk about it. I can talk about you. I can talk your language. You can't talk mine. That's 7 Al. You can't talk my language, can you? I can talk yours. You listen. Papa Leber, Blanc Donnie, Grand Zombie, Marie Laveau, Dr. Buzzard. How you gonna be connected to the ancestors and you playing with an African? Oh, I get it. Oh, you try to water me down like I'm not African. Like I was somebody opposing black people. You don't think your ancestors gonna see through that and find the truth? What this is all about, which was a woman. You in trouble, buddy. That's why nobody ain't with you. That's why ain't nothing working. Your voodoo, your hoodoo can't work because soon as the ancestors, those spirits find out that you've been playing with me as an African, it's over. Wow. Huh? That shut down hoodoo. All the black people use, African Americans use hoodoo. Most of them use hoodoo. Salt baths, all that stuff, come on. When they get out the salt baths, they don't dry, they don't use a towel. They dry. I know all about you. They take salt baths and when they get out, they don't pat themselves dry. They just let themselves dry naturally, right? Listen, man, let me tell you something. I've watched you. I know about you. I know about you. You know about me? You don't got no experience with a prophet, do you? I know about you. Guess what? Guess what? Ask me what? I've cursed every denomination of witchcraft that I just named. I've cursed hoodoo. I curse voodoo. I curse Santeria. The Latinos wearing the beads, try to hide the beads. I can see the beads. Curse the beads. Brujeria. Brujeria. The brujos and the brujas. The brujo and the bruja. You surprised the prophet know about all that? Well, God ain't gonna have me in the dark about this. The brujos and the brujas. I know all about it, buddy. Wicca, New Age movements for the white people. All them pagan forms of witchcraft. I cursed all of that. I got you too. The Wicca. Indian witchcraft. Native American witchcraft. The Chinese witchcraft. With the woos. W-U, the wizards. Oh, you ain't on no level. You ain't on that level. You know about the Chinese witchcraft? Oh, I cursed it. I cursed it. Let me just throw that in there, interject it in there. Already. Already, right? Listen, already. Look, I cursed the woos. The W-U, woo. The woos are the wizards. The Chinese wizards. I'm pretty sure you used some of them, didn't you? Well, listen, you know why it didn't work? You know why it didn't work? Because I cursed the wizards. I cursed the Chinese woos. Oh, you see how high I went up? Oh, that was years ago. You know how long them fastings have been going on? Years. Plural, more than one. And I'm not a sensei. See, you thought, listen, let me tell you something. You thought I was one of these, you thought I was one of these religious people. Yeah, I'm gonna pray about it. Yeah, I'm gonna pray about it. You thought I was gonna do that, didn't you? How you feel now? How you feel now, buddy? When I can tell you about hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, brujos, and brujas. The woos, the Chinese witchcraft. The Indian witchcraft from India. I got that covered too. I got the Native American. They ain't all innocent. You got Native American witchcraft. I got that too covered. That's the 7th hour. Huh? What else? What else? What else? I got it all covered. Even gypsy witchcraft. The gypsy witchcraft, oh, that's real. What you see on these movies, where they'll just do a little something and something happen to people. Listen, I'm cursing gypsy witchcraft too. Which I think is called Romania witchcraft. Romania witchcraft, yeah. Which we call them gypsies in the movies. They're usually gypsies. So the witchcraft that gypsies use is Romania witchcraft. Whatever the case may be, I got it all down. I got it all covered, buddy. I got the real name down already somewhere. Up in here, up in here. I'm cursing gypsy witchcraft. It's real. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? See, I had a lot of time to get into warfare in the other apartment I was living in. I had a lot of time on my hand. And you know what I did? I went to war, buddy. That's what I did with my time. I went to war. I went to war with every denomination of witchcraft that you can think about, that you could possibly think about off the cuff. Keep in mind, I've also covered witchcraft in general witchcraft. Yeah, got it all covered, buddy. Got it all covered, buddy. Got it all covered, buddy. Hey man, listen. I covered gypsy witchcraft, what you see in the movie like Drag Me to Hell, that movie. That was gypsy witchcraft. Her family was gypsies. And she cursed that white woman because this the movies I've seen. I already done seen them in my belt. Now I ain't gonna watch them again, but I'm just saying, if I already seen them, I'm just referencing to them, right? Because these people know them. They know the movies I'm talking about. Drag Me to Hell. You remember that movie? Where the gypsy witch cursed the white woman. She cursed the white woman, didn't she? Because the white woman could have helped her with her house, and the woman didn't help her for petty reasons, because she was stealing peppermints off of her desk, right? Just petty stuff. Come to find out, she could have helped the woman. So the whole movie is about this gypsy witch cursing this white woman and her trying to reverse the curse and break the curse. And she couldn't do it. She went to hell. That would be considered gypsy witchcraft. I've even covered, because her family was classified in the movie as gypsies, right? You could tell, you could look at them and all, they were considered gypsies. That's almost the instantaneous, powerful witchcraft where it's instantaneous. Now you ain't got to do something, concentrate like that little weak stuff you got. Instantaneously, where she just walk up to this woman and whoosh. She had her in a trance. She gave her a button, gave her the button back and cursed her. Then she drug her to hell. Yeah. I watched all of that. I watched that plenty of times. She couldn't break that curse. See, unlike her, I'm a prophet, right? Just in case you thought I was that little white girl. Yeah, I fight back. And if you wish death on me, buddy, listen, I wish death on you and your family and your children and your dogs and animals. I dig in, buddy. Like Lenny Kravitz. Once you dig in, you'll find yourself having a good time. Once you dig in. I had to dig in. Once you dig in, find yourself having a good time. I'm digging in, ain't I? I'm finding myself having a good time. See, these other Christians ain't on, no, listen. These other Christians didn't go into the denominations. It's hit and miss. They barely hanging on. They barely beating these people. I am not barely beating these people. Hold on. Let's slow down right there. I'm not barely beating you. You think it's close, don't you? You think it's close. You think me and you close. Bro, you can't be listening. Bro, I got all these denominations of witchcraft covered. I got them all covered. Gypsy witchcraft, which you didn't even think about. Oh, I went and found out about it. I did some research on it. Found out it's real. Found out it's real. Got that covered. That's been about about 2 years ago? 2 summers ago. About 2-3 summers ago. Yeah, about 3 summers ago. About 2023. Man, I got this covered, right? I got gypsy witchcraft covered, which is one of the most powerful forms of witchcraft. When they just walk up to you, they ain't gotta do all this other stuff y'all doing, taking stuff from, doing all this little weirdo psychological stuff. Nah. They can walk up to you and it's instantaneous if you ain't got no covering, if you ain't with God. I've cursed that form of witchcraft. I've covered every form of witchcraft. I don't just say witchcraft. See, this is what the Christians do in America. Well, I just bind the witchcraft. Every spirit of witchcraft. Nah. Now, if you hide in the anointing, that might work because you hide in God's power. It might. But you want me to tell you What's more solid? I'm gonna tell you what's more solid. Solid. Solid as a rock. Doom, doom, doom. That's what this love is. Solid. Come on, come on. Solid as a rock. Doom, doom, doom. That's what this Hey man, listen. It's solid. You know what's solid, bro? I'm gonna tell you what's solid. Covering every denomination of witchcraft, buddy. I covered it all. Yeah. You either done it or you haven't. And when you cover each one, that's solid, buddy. That's why they can't see me. I've been like this too long. Listen, I didn't wake up yesterday and decide to do this. You don't believe that, do you? You think I just got started, don't you? And you would like to think I just got started. That's what it is, ain't it? You would like to think I just got started, wouldn't you? I'm like a pit bull with this, man. That's why death couldn't stop me. That's why nothing can stop me. I covered Hispanic and Latino witchcraft, the brujos and the brujas. I got all that covered. Santeria, all that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And guess how long that's been? About 3 years. Oh, but we can go back further, you know. Where I got curses against witchcraft way back further than that. See where we at? See, you played me for like I was a clown, man. Listen, bro. Listen. Ain't no way in the world you can esteem me as a clown, all this information I just said. I just be having fun. I just be having fun. Solid! Solid as a rock. Doom, doom, doom. That what that line. Some people don't even know what that song is. Listen, that's what I'm telling you, man. Listen, you a clown, buddy. Let me tell you something. I got all kind of history and all kind of funk. You don't know I got. You don't know I got that funk, do you? Listen, bro, listen, let me tell you something, buddy. Let me tell you something. I told you, little suckers. You done played yourself playing with me. Okay? You know what you did? You want me to tell you what you did? You played yourself. That's what you did. I got it all covered. All this witchcraft black people using, all the witchcraft the Jamaicans using. Oh, why you think the Allen got hit? Why you think the Jamaican Allen got hit? Why you think that happened? Because you can't play with this kingdom. You can't play with God's kingdom. I can prove these Jamaicans were playing with me first. And that's all I need. You jock them. You worship Jamaicans, don't you? I don't. I don't worship Jamaicans. You worship Jamaicans. I don't. Okay? So, with that being said, anybody can get it. Anybody can get it, buddy. And now they know. Because I know Queens was using Jamaicans in Jamaica against me. Just corny, I guess, because I was in Jamaica using Jamaicans. I mean, that's how corny some people are. Well, we gonna use Jamaicans because he in Jamaica. I'm serious. They that corny. They get triggered on that kind of stuff. See, a corny person get triggered on that. Oh, well, we use Jamaicans because he's in Jamaica, Queens. and messed around and found out. Now the whole island of Jamaica got hit with a storm that they ain't never had before. They never had that before. And guess what? This is what they all want to tell you. Oh, Jamaica ain't gonna never be the same. It ain't gonna never be the same. Because it tore up all kind of landmarks. That's common sense. Look at all the damage it did. It ain't gonna never be the same. Some stuff is just uprooted. It ain't gonna never be right again. It's destroyed. Never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. And some things never change. Telling you, man, you thought you was playing with a new jack. Jamaicans wanted it, they got the smoke they wanted, no pun intended. You want to smoke, you got the smoke you want, man. You want to smoke some ganja, you got the ganja. I got the ganja smoke for you. You want the ganja smoke, I got it for you. Because you're a human being just like me, bro. Like, black people worship these Jamaicans, I don't. Okay, so I don't care about your culture. I don't care about where you come from. I could tell you, you know, I got a connection in Jamaica, right? I do. A spiritual connection down there, but that ain't what I'm talking about right now. I done sent $25,000 down to Jamaica. What you send to Jamaica? Oh man, stop playing with me. That's 7 hours. Listen, man, I done sent $25,000 since the storm happened. Cleaned it up after they played with me. Cleaned them up, cleaned it up after they played with me. Spank you, clean your butt, put your diaper on you after I get done with you. Because you shouldn't have played with no prophet. Ain't no tribe of people can withstand me, buddy. And we seen it. We already seen it. Because I know for sure, black people use Jamaican witchcraft against me. Yes or no? Oh, come on, man. Come on, man, come on. You think I'm stupid? You think I'm stupid? Of course they tried to use any form of witchcraft they thought was strong enough. And that got to include Jamaicans. That got to. Especially when it comes to black people, because they jock them Jamaicans. I don't jock them at all. Not 1% do I jock you. Listen, you're just another form of African to me. That's it. That's it. Oh, by the way, ain't the age of consent is 16 years old in Jamaica? Oh, yeah. I did a whole video on it. They can have sex with 16-year-old girls in Jamaica. The law in Jamaica is 16 years old for sex. So if you're so righteous and Nubian, why couldn't you put the age of consent at 18 like the Dominican Republic? The Dominican Republic has the age of consent at 18, don't they? Oh yeah, I know. Listen, I look around, don't I? You see, I look around. In Jamaica, the age of consent is 16 years old. That's not a, last time I checked, that's not a woman, is it? That's not a man. So see, why these African Americans love and listen, they hold Jamaica sacred, right? So sacred and righteous, right? Well, why they having sex with 16-year-old girls and boys in Jamaica? Oh, before 1988. Before 1988, the age of consent, guess what the age of consent was? Before 1988. 14. In Jamaica, they could have sex with 14-year-old girls just like Brazil. 14-year-old girls and boys. And right now, right now, presently, that's the word I was looking for, presently, the age of consent is still not 18 in Jamaica. And there you go, checkmate. That's all I'm talking about. But so, listen, don't talk to me about a bomber clock. Don't talk to me about no children. When Jamaica is having sex with 16-year-old girls and boys. And I know, and we all know, it ain't no secret that Jamaicans are endowed, right? Okay, so you think none of them women are taking advantage of 16-year-old penis? That's 7 hours. You don't think they going to Jamaica on vacation taking advantage of the age of consent when them boys is 16 years old and they already, it's no secret that they're endowed? Well, we all know that, don't we? Okay, let's keep it 100. No homo, I'm just saying. We all know that, right? Okay, that's an ongoing fact. It's an ongoing fact, ain't it? Okay, so with the age of consent being at 16, you don't think these women, these European women, no, listen, I'm just keeping 100. I'm just keeping 100. You don't think these rich European women and all these women from all around the world, come on, that's real. You don't think they go to Jamaica and sample that 16-year-old penis? And they already know they endowed. Come on, stop playing, bro. Of course they do. I bet you it's a whole market down there for it. Because of the tourists. The tourists is because of the how the tourist population is so dense, right? You telling me they ain't set up a whole market for it down there? Of course. Before 1988, the age of consent was 14 in Jamaica. But they righteous rosters, right? Couldn't change the age of consent to 18. Righteous rosters couldn't change the age of consent to 18, could they? No. Yeah, see, I figured it out. Oh, I get it. Oh, because I'm a prophet, you're going to use the Jamaicans to beat the prophet. Well, how about now? How you feel about that now? That's 7 hours. How you feel about that now? They can't beat me now, buddy. Man, y'all having sex in Jamaica with the kids. Anybody got something to say? Ain't nothing you can say. Ain't nothing you can. You know they take advantage of it. If they not, the tourists is taking advantage of it. People that's coming down there on vacation. Oh, maybe that's why they love to go down there. Maybe that's why they love to go down there. Maybe that's why they love to go down there. We ain't even know, did we? Oh yeah, it's a little secret, ain't it? Because if you think they ain't taking advantage of it, boy, you must be smoking crack, ain't you? You need to get down there to Jamaica and start smoking that crack. You need to get down there and smoke some of that herb down there, don't you? You need to get off that crack if you think they ain't smoking. If you think they ain't taking advantage of the age of consent down there, boy, you need to get away from that crack up here in America. Now, I ain't condoning you smoking weed, but you get the point. Listen, hey, you get the joke, don't you? You need to get away from that crack, buddy. Go on down there. Go on down there. They got the age of consent at 16 years old, buddy. That ain't a grown man or a grown woman. See, a real man realizes in the world, you have two types of vaginas. An adult vagina and a child's vagina. There's not two or three or four. There's only two categories. No matter what the age is. Adult vagina and child's vagina, right? Okay, so 16, what is that, guys? That's child's vagina. And that's checkmate, buddy. Don't bring them Jamaicans my way, because that's what I'm going to tell them right there, buddy. That's what I'm going to tell them right there. Oh, of course. A prophet is going to body everybody, man. Come on. Shalom. Say it like Michael Jackson. Shalom, man. Shalom. You ain't got nobody that can see me, bro. No. You thought you did, didn't you? Hey, see, that's what black people gonna think. Oh, we'll put the Jamaicans on them. The Jamaicans are more thorough. How you feel now? Oh, they ain't thorough enough to make the age of consent at 18. They ain't thorough. The Jamaicans are not thorough enough to make the age of consent 18 in Jamaica. And before that, it was lower than that. It was 14. So all through the 60s, when people was coming down there on vacation, they was having, you telling me they wasn't having sex with them 14-year-old boys and girls? Of course they was. All them superstars going down there. That's why they was having fun down there. Man, come on, man. You can't, man, listen. Ain't no way in the world you gonna tell me they didn't have, none of these tourists through the years in the 60s when the age of consent was 14, in the 70s when the age of consent was 14, in the 80s when the age of consent was 14 in Jamaica. You can't tell me nobody wasn't having sex with them kids down there. Oh, they just overlooked. So why they have it like that? Oh man, stop playing, bro. Stop. Hey man, listen. Let me tell you something that you might not know. That a criminal would know. A criminal will know this. Just because you don't see it don't mean it ain't happening. Well, I didn't see it happening. I don't see nobody holding their hands. I don't see nobody holding these little girls' hand. Don't mean it's not happening. It's still happening, bro. It's still happening, little guy. Little guy. Yeah. Oh, of course, man. Listen. I already listen. If you think this is my first day on this level, man, listen, man, I got videos to prove how my longevity, my credibility. I've been talking about Jamaica having sex with children down there. I've been talking about it. Oh, you thought that was your ace of spades? Oh, well, not now. Not for me. Not on me. It ain't. Hey, not on me it is. It ain't no ace of spade on me. Not when they having sex with the children. Now how you feel about it? Because black people call it, they feel like Jamaica's some righteous, sacred place with the righteous Nubians. Well, how about now? How you feel about that now? with them having sex with children. Not so righteous now, are they? Not so righteous. Not so, hey, 14 at one time. In 1988, it was 14. Before 1988, 87 and back, 87 and back, 87 and back, it was 14-year-old girls and boys. And you can't tell me none of these rock stars and famous people that was going down to Jamaica in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s wasn't taking advantage of the age of consent being at 14. You can't tell me. Before 1988, which was 87 and back, nobody took advantage of it. With all that ganja down there and all that alcohol and them daiquiris down there, them daiquiris. Drinking on them daiquiris. You know they drinking on them daiquiris. It's the Allen, you know they drinking on daiquiris. Smoking weed and drinking on daiquiris. You telling me they ain't do none of that? You telling me they ain't have sex with none of them 14-year-old girls and boys? Stop playing with me, man. See, what you're gonna realize is this. None of these people ain't right. That's the conclusion of the story. You played yourself like a little new baby bird in the world, like you ain't know what was going on, like a little baby bird with your little baby bird chest out, thinking you know what you're talking about. And then we bodied everybody because of it. You showed you Jamaica doing it, everybody doing it. You can't, man, Jamaica can't even talk to me with a straight face talking about these children until you get the age of consent at 18. I don't want to hear it. Because to me, there's only two categories of vagina. Adult vagina and child vagina. And as long as you having sex with any age of child vagina, I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it, bruh. I'm not trying to hear it. Yeah. Ain't no justification. Because at the end of the day, a grown man gonna realize, well, you penetrating a child's vagina. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. If they are 17 or younger, that is child vagina. Bottom line. Now, find us as grown men doing the same thing. You ain't gonna find me doing the same thing. With me with them a child and me an adult. No, you're gonna find me as an adult and the female as an adult. Now we ain't gonna find you with that same credibility. Even in New York, you have sex with 17-year-old girls. That's the age of consent for New York. That's the whole state. Man, you can't see me, bro. You can't be serious. You ought to sit down somewhere. All 5 boroughs is under the same law. The age of consent is 17. That's child's vagina. It's not an adult vagina. If she went to the doctor ain't gonna say, well, yeah, that's an adult vagina. Well, the adult vagina here has this problem, that problem, this problem. He gonna say, if she go to the doctor in New York, the child's vagina, if she's 17, is this, woo, right? You having sex with 17-year-old girls, that's child vagina, New York. That's for you, New York. That's all I want you to know, New York. You can't stand up on me, buddy. And you know these cornballs, Brooklyn, stand up. Brooklyn gonna sit right back down as soon as you hear this 17-year-old having sex with 17-year-old girls. Oh, okay, so Brooklyn, sit back down. Brooklyn, stand up. Oh, Brooklyn, sit down. Hey, you know them Jamaican DJs. Brooklyn, stand up. Brooklyn, stand down. Brooklyn. Hey, you know how to be on the radio. Brooklyn, sit down. Hey, the Jamaicans do be on the radio like that, don't they? Brooklyn. Like, man, come on. What a song at? What a song. Brooklyn. Hey, man, listen, man. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody right in their head, buddy. Welcome to the real world. Ain't nobody right in their head. You know what I'm saying? I can show. That's my point. My point is, ain't nobody right. Okay? You get welcome to the real world by a real one, by a prophet. Welcome to the real world, buddy. You done played yourself, came out here. Now listen, we had to show everybody what everybody doing. That's only right. Especially when they try to get involved. If any Jamaicans getting involved, listen, I'm definitely gonna show you what you doing. I had to. That's only right. Cause you listen, I don't know what world you live in. Well, you don't even know what your own country is doing. You ain't know what they was doing. Come on, man, stop playing, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm educated. Education kills everybody. If I'm educated, I can get you killed quicker than you think you could get me killed. Because they're going to realize, hold up. America marrying children. Jamaica ain't even doing that. Jamaica's not marrying children, are they? Well, don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But America is for sure. America marrying children, ain't they? America, how you gonna stand up on somebody and you marrying children? You wifing up children, right? They wifing up children. You making a wifey? Wow. America got it so good they can make a child a wife. That's their little dark secret. Marrying children and trying to get on the profit. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. You tell me what other scenario it is. That's what it is. Trying to get on the profit and up here marrying children. That's what we talking about, man. And then when I'm talking about still playing games, that's what I'm talking about. It'll be one thing you heard this and then, oh, okay, we fall back. We lost that. We lost that. A white boy ain't gonna ever stop, is he? A white boy, that's the main ones out here now. A white boy ain't gonna never stop, is he? You know them crazy white boys, I'm gonna keep going. I don't care what they talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't care what they talking about, you know what I'm saying? This is my country. I'm a patriot, man. You know what I'm saying? That person's a threat. I don't care what you're talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, buddy. Welcome to the new generation of black people where we don't care nothing about white people being a threat. I don't care nothing about that. And guess what? I don't care about black people being a threat either. Welcome to the new generation, the one that didn't really come out but should have came out and now it's out through me. My generation don't care nothing about no black people and white people. I don't care nothing about that. What? Better be strapped. That's what we gonna tell you. You better be strapped, buddy. You better be. See, they can play with the soul brother generation like that. You can't play with it. I ain't the soul brother generation. That was the baby boomers and back, buddy. Them the soul brothers. By the time you get Generation X, listen, it's over, man. We the first murder, kill generation. No drug selling, don't sell drugs, just got guns. That's the only thing we extracted from that. We extracted murder and killing, and we the first generation of steppers, straight steppers. Generation X, yeah. Go look at it. Before that, there was the baby boomers were selling crack and cocaine and everything. That was more. They were more about the hustle. We Generation X became the first stepper generation. We birthed all this stuff. All them people just killing people, just everything like that. That was us, because baby boomers generation was the Crips and the Bloods. That's where you got the Crips and the Bloods. The leaders of the baby boom of the Crips and Bloods. That was the baby boomer generation. By the time we learned, them being our fathers, we learned from them. We just wanted to kill. That's all we wanted. We wanted to shoot guns and kill. That's it. We didn't want to really sell drugs. That's why my generation lacked more credibility when it comes to selling drugs. But we quick to kill people. You notice the difference? You ain't really noticed that, did you? You ain't noticed the changes, did you? You ain't noticed that some of these kids don't sell drugs, but they got guns. You notice that? You ain't noticed that, did you? That's like the second, third generation of steppers. Oh yeah. Because see, back in the day, killing people was a byproduct of selling drugs. These days, cats cannot sell no drugs at all and kill people. You ain't notice that? Where it don't say on the news, oh, a drug deal gone bad. You notice they don't say a drug deal gone bad no more? It just say two parties was involved, that part, and they just start shooting everywhere. This side, two parties was arguing and whatever, and they just start shooting. That wasn't a drug deal going bad. Some of them kids these days, this is how you need to hear to update you, just in case you don't know. Some of these kids just smoke weed and got guns. That's it. They don't sell drugs. Some of them do. They show money and everything they do. But that's the rap music. That's the dudes out there hustling. They getting their hustle on, and they wind up getting on the videos and everything. But you got some kids, and how we know, you look at the news. That's all you gotta do. All them kids ain't selling drugs. No. Nah, I know the hood. Ain't no way they all selling drugs, and we know that, don't we? If you look at the whole hood, any hood, everybody ain't selling drugs, right? Right. Everybody in the hood selling drugs. No. That's impossible. So what? But everybody got guns, right? Right, correct. Correct. So what you find in most big hoods and communities is a whole bunch of people smoking weed with guns. And some of them sell drugs. Maybe a quarter of them sell drugs. The rest, 75%, walking around strapped and smoking weed and drinking. So how you need to hear it, the average person out there in the hood is walking around strapped with smoking weed. That's it. they not selling drugs. They not selling drugs. They strapped and they smoking weed and they drinking. I know what I'm talking about, buddy. Yes, I do. I don't talk about nothing. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's one thing you can be certain of. I ain't gonna put my mouth on nothing. I don't know what I'm talking about. When it comes to kilos, selling kilos, and I can't talk about that intelligently. So I ain't gonna tell you about that. But I know about flipping. I know the dynamic of flipping. You know what I'm saying? Flipping weight, flipping to flip money, and all of that and everything like that. I understand those things. But can I tell you about kilos and kilos? No, I can't tell you about that. That's why you ain't never hear me talk about it. Certain amounts of dope and all of that. You ain't never heard me talk about cocaine like that, because that's not my expertise. I didn't sell weight. I didn't sell no cocaine weight. But it's so many people like that did not sell weight, but they still a threat. And then if they grow up and become something else, so you can't go by just that. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna hear me talk about nothing that I can't talk about intelligently. So I know about that part. You know what I'm saying? I know some of these kids out here don't sell no drugs at all. And that goes back to my point. They don't sell no drugs at all, and they strapped, right or wrong. Because they strapped because it's the hood. That's why. They strapped because it's the hood, right or wrong. Okay, so I'm just doing me, but I need me a strap in case people want to trip, and I'm smoking weed. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I ain't hustling, but hey, I'm here, right? I'm here in the hood. I need a strap just in case people tripping, right? Okay. That's it. That's why you need it. That's why. And then besides the young generation that's active out here, the old school people that live in the hood, they mama and them got guns. Why you think the mama got guns? She ain't out here active. She ain't selling no drugs. So why she got a gun? Because she in the hood. That's why. Why your daddy got a gun? Because he in the hood. That's why. And it proves my point. A lot of black people got straps, got guns, and they don't sell drugs, buddy. Welcome to the new world we live in. Ain't all the people selling drugs. They can't get out on the block. The people ain't gonna let it happen. They can get strapped though. You know, so we was the first generation that just wanted to be strapped. That's all we wanted. I mean, sell drugs a little bit. I messed around with it a little bit, but the more the flex was, the more what appealed to us more was not drug dealers like the past generations, because everything got worse with that. So they seen more, baby boomers and everybody before us, they seen big drug dealers with money, girls, and everything like that. We didn't see none of that. Because by the time, we didn't see that. I didn't see it. I didn't see that. I mean, it still was there. But I guess the more subject matter of the culture was just shoot them up. So everybody wanted to be the shooter. Everybody wanted to be that. And that's how the mentality got in the minds of the people. Just because you're going to have conflict. When you think about conflict, now you're going to put shooting people in that area. Okay, I'm going to shoot somebody if I have a conflict. So it's not just shoot black people. Oh no, if I have a conflict, I'm going to shoot. Basically. That's why some kids, it ain't that they can't fight. Their mentality is, I'm going to shoot somebody. They can fight. Some of them can fight, but a lot of people just gonna see disrespect is handled with a gun. Disrespect is handled with a gun. You got people like that, they ain't gonna fight you. They ain't gonna fight you. No, they not. Shoot. I lived in the hood where people broke in my mom's house and stole everything. We just got clothes for school. We just got clothes. Going back to school, that's ghetto. They steal your clothes for school, break in your house, take your clothes from school. You ain't in the hood. That ain't the hood. Man, we like the first or second day of school, somebody broke in our house. Third day, the first week, because I was around people that mean me no good, right? They broke in the house and stole clothes, video games, everything. My game console, everything. The video games, put it in the duffel bag. I had a duffel bag. They just like cake on a cookie sheet, man. Cookies on a cookie sheet. Just put it right up off of it. Put it in the duffel bag and walk right out. You know what I'm saying? Same neighborhood. That's why I did get my feet wet with selling a little crack, you know. So I mean, you know, man, these are the things that people can't let go of. You know, I can let it go. But when I'm forced to ID myself, I feel among these ignorant people, then I'm going to let you know where I come from. Like, people be quick to tell you, don't forget where you come from. Well, okay, then see, it's a double-edged sword. Then when you remind people where you come from, then they act like you're fronting or something else. See, it, like, you see what I'm saying? It's damned if you do and damned if you don't. It's damned if you do and damned if you don't. Because if you start talking about where you came from, and, oh, this person fronting, this person that, you know what I mean? Then what I supposed to do? If I don't talk about it, oh, yeah, this sucker, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he a sucker, whatever. Oh, he done forgot where he came from. So damned if you do, damned if you don't, man. And it's a lot of damned if you do, damned if you don't situations, to be honest with you. It's damned if you do and damned if you don't. Okay, when it comes to these people playing with us and this close to me, I don't even allow people this close to me. Me and my mentality, where it could be, no. It's too dangerous. Like I'm too confrontational with stuff like that. With that kind of people putting pressure on you in the same building, I'm too confrontational. First couple days I was here, somebody said something slick. I went inside the pod where he was at. I heard him, right? I said, yo, did you say something? He's talking about, oh, nah, I didn't say nothing. How you doing, though? I heard him out his mouth. That's how I found him. That's how you think I found somebody. He had the door open, talking slick. I went in and confronted him. From that, I said, you know, I got to fall back. That was a little too confrontational. Because, see, but that's how I am, though. You know what I'm saying? I was walking up the stairs. He said something slick. I came right in there and asked him, you know, yo, you say something? I wasn't even settled in yet. And my thing is this, it's no fake pull up. You can't pull up fake on somebody. If you pull up on somebody, it's official. Because they could do whatever they wanted to do. I can't stop you from responding a certain way, so how I'm fake? You could want smoke. You could say, yeah, I said something, whatever. You could escalate the situation. So how can you say when somebody pull up on you, it's fake? When you can respond any way you want to respond. I'm not stopping you from responding however you want to respond when I pull up on you. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm not begging you, I'm pulling up, but don't do nothing. I'm pulling up, but don't do nothing. If I pull up on you, you can respond any way you want, right? So how is it fake? You could have a weapon, you could have a gun, you could have whatever. How is it ever fake when somebody confronts you? When you can respond however you want to respond. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Like right here in this neighborhood, because of all these politics, I done pulled up on people, they could have did whatever they wanted to do. Go ask about me right here in this neighborhood. Outside the building, nothing to do with these people in here, right? Go ask in this neighborhood. I done checked me a couple people over here. I count about 3 or 4 people. Had people impressed, 2 dudes on the block like, yo. That's all I'm saying. And they could have did whatever. Dude could have had a gun, whatever. I confront people, man. I mean, and if they wanted smoke, then they could have got it right there. They could have got it in. So how can I be fake if I confront you and you don't do nothing? I walk away and you don't do nothing. How could I be fronting and you could respond? You could say, yeah. After all, this New York. I don't know who's who. I don't care who's who. I don't care who it is. Because I'm from coast to coast. I lived in California everywhere. Okay, I'm not going to be scared of nobody. You lived in Los Angeles and you scared of people? Nope. And I grew from that and was less fearful after that. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to worry about flaws, bro. Worry about my bag. Worry about these people thinking they can play with somebody like me. And I lived in LA. And oh, let me tell you something. When I was in LA, I was working on getting a gun, buddy. The gun plug. I already was talking to a homie. I was already talking to him about getting the gun plug, everything. I ain't have no threats. It's just what I do. You should stay strapped anywhere you go, man. That's how I see it. See, but that's me being from North Carolina. That's me. I don't change my attitude, too. Some people get a gun, they change their whole attitude and persona. That's how you know with black folks who's strapped or not. Arrogant people, I learned that from somebody else. Arrogant people, you can see how confident somebody is, and you can tell they strapped. It's just usually true. It's true. It's an attitude. It's a condescending attitude, right? You know what I'm talking about? This very arrogant, condescending attitude. Like I kick you around kind of attitude, because they know they strapped. Oh, I know what I'm talking about, bruh. You can tell when somebody's strapped. Just pay attention to their confidence and their arrogance. You know what I'm saying? You can tell. Me, I don't change my attitude. That's the best kind. I don't change my attitude. I can argue with you, and I'm going to stay on the subject of the argument. I ain't going to just dismiss the argument because I'm strapped, and like I don't care what you talk about, and it's people like that. As soon as they start talking like that, man, that's people that strapped. But when I was in LA, man, it's people that can vouch you that I was trying to get the gun plug, illegal guns. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, that's what I would have did if I would have stayed. When I was in San Francisco, the same thing. I was already inquiring for the gun plug over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to play no games with nobody. I'm the type of person, I call my mom, I call my stepdad, yo, bring me a gun. He bring me a shotgun. That's, if you want to know the last time I had a gun in my possession, just technically speaking, my stepdad brought me a shotgun. I told him, because I told him, you know, there was people next door shooting a gun. Bring me a gun. That's what family I come from. I can't stress that enough, because people will swear up and down you got something to prove, or you rah-rah. I'm not rah-rah. I'm just a head honcho. I called my stepdad. I said, yo, I need you to bring me a gun. People shooting next door. I didn't ask for a gun to be tough. I do it for the right reasons. Somebody shooting next door, like they shooting warning shots at me, okay. I get on the phone, get on the jack. Yo, people shooting next door, I need you to bring me a gun. My stepdad reversed the car, backed it up in the driveway, popped the trunk, gave me a shotgun. So I was in my girlfriend's, I was living with my girlfriend at her place where she was living at, and I'm sleeping on the gun. I'm sleeping on the shotgun. Now I'm in the other room sleeping on the shotgun. All I needed to do was go get some shells for it. That's all I needed to do. You know, but that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like that proves it more than anything else. If you can go get a gun from your family, if your family got guns, okay, then ain't no room to talk about nothing fraudulent. Ain't no room to talk about it. Ain't no room to talk about even street credibility. I don't even need it. I don't need it. I can give you examples like that where I can get on the phone and call my stepdad and tell him to bring me a gun. And he's not asking if I got a gun license. He didn't ask me if I got a gun permit. That's all I'm saying. So I don't need the thing how you gotta prove stuff and have these people out here vouching for you. I don't have to do that. I can just go to my family. When my cousin stole a gun from me. Oh, okay, he know I had a gun because he stole it. Well, yeah, he had a gun because I stole it from him. So I can show you multiple people that in my family that know, man, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had a gun, so my cousin stole it from me. When I was at church, I was going to church. No, it's a true story. I was going to church, So I wrapped up the gun in my jeans in a duffel bag. I wasn't thinking nobody's gonna check my duffel bag because basically it just had clothes and video games. That's it. Cause I was young. I was 16. So all I had was like a game console in there and some clothes, and that's it. I ain't gonna put my weed in there, so it ain't nothing else in there. But it was nowhere. I didn't want to take the gun to school. I mean to church, right? So I was a kid going to church with a gun, right? I came home from church, and that's Southern living for you right there. Going to church and got guns. So I come home and the gun is gone. He done took the gun and went and sold crack, got crack for it. That's exactly what he did. He used to steal so much stuff from me. He stole a game console before. This is a crackhead. That's what I'm telling you. I've seen crack. I've seen ghetto. I've seen this stuff, right? And at first hand, my video game, that's the first time I knew what crack was. When my cousin, that same cousin stole the gun from me when I was a kid, he stole my game console, my Nintendo. I used to go with Nintendos. He stole my Nintendo, the TV and everything. He stole the whole game and the TV. And my grandmother had to explain to me why he did that. I didn't know what drugs were. I knew kind of from the music and stuff. But then I really realized how bad crack was. You know what I'm saying? Like, he stole the video game. That was my first understanding and impressions of crack cocaine. Like the whole TV and the game, and he stole the car. Now think about being a little kid. You like, man, right? Man, crack must be crazy. He done stole the TV, the video game, and he done stole the car. The car? I was a kid seeing all of that, man. He bust the whole window out the whole back of the car, man. I seen all of that. I remember all of this. And that was my first impression of what crack cocaine can do. And then from there, man, he stole like this. I had this nice Georgetown Hoya. You know, the Georgetown, the college team, Georgetown Hoya. I had Georgetown Hoya, like this jacket was one of the best jackets I ever had in my life, bro. Still to this day, man. Like, this jacket was a dark navy blue, you know, like the navy blue Georgetown with the big dog on the back. The dog head was big, though. It was a big symbol on the back with no letters or nothing. That would have made it corny. It ain't have no Georgetown Hoya, it ain't have Hoya or nothing. It just had the dog's big head on the back. And it was a trench. It came all the way down to my knees. So it was a hoodie with the cross stitching, with two pockets. I think, yeah, two pockets in the front. And it might have had another dog head on the chest, but it had a big dog on the back. And with no letter, it was just self-explanatory, bro. It was hot. You see the dog on the back, you already know. Georgetown Hoya. I used to like, I had the hat and everything. I had the Georgetown Hoya hat, everything, bro. I think he took the hat too. Yeah, I think he took the hat too. Cause back in that time they had like the metal piece on the hat. And it had Hoya. I think it had Hoya. I had the hat with it, with you know what I mean? He took the hat. I think he took the hat too, bro. He took a lot from me, man. He took more than that. He was on crack, running back and forth. He was in my grandmother's house, stealing crack, taking stuff from the house. He took a car and everything, bro. I don't know if he took some shoes. He might have did. He might have took some of my shoes too. Yeah. He took a lot of stuff over the years, man. You know, a lot of stuff, bro. A lot of stuff was just missing. And I'm a little kid. And you know what? As a little kid, you just think, oh, well, where's my shirt? And you just dismiss it. You just forget about it. It was some stuff I think he stole from me, and I just forgot about it. Straight up, yo. I just forgot. Cause like, you know how you go back to all your old clothes? Like, I still got some old clothes. And you don't see certain stuff, like where it go? He was like taking some of my clothes, bruh. Like some of my, I had all kinds of, I had fresh stuff, bro. That's how I stayed cool in school, cause I stayed fresh. I mean, you know, was I the coolest person in school? I don't think so. But I stayed fresh, right? And I had brown eyes and the girls like me. And I play around with basketball. I play around with football. I play sports a little bit. And I think that's kind of how I stayed cool in school. But I didn't do it for that reason. But I stayed fresh. You know what I'm saying? It always made sense. I always had nice clothes, everything when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Adidas, you know what I'm saying? Shoes. And the reason why was because my grandmother was retired and she didn't have a husband. And so she just had money and she didn't have nothing to spend it on. She had a lot of money and didn't nothing to do. So she just threw herself into me as her grandson. She just threw herself into me and to make me happy. And that's how it happened. But I used to have to go back home and live in the hood. So it was a balance between going in the hood, living with my mom, my biological mom, and then going and living with my grandmother on the weekend, and she just showered me with gifts and everything because she ain't have nothing to do with the money. I could easily understand they ain't even spoiling the child. She just didn't have anything to do. And I was young and I was right there, and it was right in pocket, bro. I had nice clothes, video games, all the nice video games. I was known for that too. The video games, I used to play all the video games, everything, man. That's how I stayed out the streets. The video games. The video games I would have been way more deeper probably in the streets if it wasn't for video games. I used to love video games. And yeah, I would have probably been way more deep in the streets if it wasn't for that. You know what I'm saying? So I played video games, smoked weed. That was my main thing. You know, and but yeah, you know, it's just, I talk about real life. I talk about real situations, man. And anybody that play video games, one thing about me, if you notice, I don't get game consoles no more. You know, I outgrew video games. I like to play them, but not like I did when I was a child. And some people do like to play them like they did. They play them more than they did when they was a child. I'm not one of them people. I'm not a gamer. And how you know? I would have been got me a console. I would have been got me a game console. You know what I'm saying? It's tempting, but I gotta put money in different places right now in this spiritual warfare. I can't sit up. I'll get one later. I'll get me a game console later, but I'm probably gonna go old school because now there's so many psychological games they play with the games now. I wouldn't even trust it because they gonna infuse psychological games and all of that. Yeah. And if it's not psychological, it's these world views of all different types of things, homosexuality, lesbianism. That's gonna be all in there and everything too. So with that being said, I go more old school, vintage when it comes to the video games and work my way forward. Proceed with caution. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what I'll do. Cause it's a good pastime when you ain't doing nothing. It's a good pastime. But yeah, man, like they wish death on us, we wish death on them. That's the whole video. This is what this video is about. We wish death. They wish death. Come on, man, cause that's what they've been doing, man. That's what they ain't been wishing good on us. They ain't been. And then when we do the same thing, they gonna talk about malicious intent. I can't stand people like that. Sit back and watch other people do stuff, and then when you do it, it's a whole different ball game. You holding me to how I see it, even if you feel like as a Christian, I should do something differently, you shouldn't hold me to a different standard. Hold me to the same standard. Even though you feel like I should do something differently, hold me to the same standard. You sit back and watch them, you should sit back and watch us. That's how I see it. Yeah. You sit back and watch us, and watch them do all what they was doing, and then now we got the ball rolling, we got some momentum, we're more competent, it didn't take a lot of time like they did, and we got the ball rolling, you know, and now people acting like, yo, you need to chill. Like, nah, I don't need to chill. I don't need to chill at all. You don't know all how long this has been going on. You don't, it's so much to explain. You wind up playing yourself trying to talk about it. Just talk about it, you playing yourself. Yeah, you playing yourself talking about it. Ain't no need for you to talk about this to me, man. Ain't no need for you to talk about this because you don't know all what's been going on from city to city. No, you don't. You don't know what's been going on from city to city. No, from city to city. That's what I'm talking about. Nah, you don't put your mouth on that, buddy. Cause you gonna give me all the perfect answers. That's what I'm saying. Nah, you gonna give me all these perfect answers, and I'm not going for it. Once it went a certain distance, you know what I'm saying, where they kept playing with me. You gotta remember, man. I count. Let's see. I count like 5 years. I didn't do anything. I count almost 5 years. I just ignored this stuff for 5 years. You don't hear me, man. Listen. I ignored this stuff for 5 years and just lived my life beyond it, right? Because I really didn't know what was going on, right? So that's part of the reason too. But you just sidestep hating and all of that like that. You know what I mean? So I maneuvered through it. That's how you know I'm real, because I maneuvered through it without even knowing what it was. Make sense? All I got to do is be real. I'm going to maneuver through this. I'm going to get through it. And I did. You know what I'm saying? But once I realized what it was, I attacked. I supposed to. But that was after like 5 years. From 2014 to 2019, I basically did nothing. I would even say three to 5 years. Because by 2017, I was doing, yeah, but that's still 2019 though. Where I really directed my faith towards attacking these people. Freemasons, Illuminati, America, all three. Police, I got it all in. That started 2019. You know what I'm saying? And you can't, that was 7 years ago. But I can go back as far as 2014 when they was doing stuff in Los Angeles. That was all them. Now I realize it. That's why I was tripping. I ain't really know what it was. But then I didn't realize what was going on. So okay, so you got to remember, they got a whole bunch of years doing the same stuff, and I wasn't doing nothing back. I wasn't doing nothing back. When you look at all of that, okay, so this same personality, the person that I am, I was doing nothing. I was just chilling. I wasn't talking like this. I wasn't focused on it. You know what I'm saying? I was doing me with females or whatever. You know, and just enjoying my life, going from place to place. Thinking about my music, you know, that's one thing about me. I was a musician, so that was the main thing that I was focused on. So I was focused on that and just life, right? During that time, they got to do all what they wanted to do, and we was still kind of just sidestepping. I was still sidestepping it. That's the best word to use. I was sidestepping all of it. But then at some point, it dawns on you how far this goes, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when I responded like I did. Okay, that was 7 years ago. Okay, but they got plenty years for free. They got plenty years where I didn't do anything. I just sat back and watched. I just sat back and sidestepped, better to say. Okay, so when you put all that together, you can't tell me to chill when they had years and years of playing with me. You know what I'm saying? And they still thought it was a game. So, you know, you see it's not. You see it's not a game. See, all God had to see was all these people continue to play with me year after year and adding more and more people to the equation. That's all that had to happen. Once it was a significant number of people, we ain't gonna wait for the whole country. We gonna wait for a significant number of people, and that's when it's over. That's what happened. So I had to bear my cross where enough people got involved for everybody to suffer for it. Once enough people got involved, everybody had to suffer. That's what happened. So it ain't no need to tell me about the whole community and everything, because I'm gonna hit you right there with that. Enough people, a significant number, is all we needed. In any situation, all you need is a significant number of people. And once that situation comes to a significant number of people, you don't have to explain nothing to nobody why everybody got to suffer for it. If you dealt with the police and there was a significant amount of police, you gonna wait for the whole police in the whole world to play with you? No. You gonna wait for a significant number. And that's when you gonna make all the police suffer. Not, I'm gonna wait till 1 million police play with me and then I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get them all. You're not gonna wait for 1 million police. You're gonna wait for a significant number of police to play with you, and then you gonna form your whole opinion on the whole police institution of America. You ain't waiting for every single cop. Right or wrong? Okay then. So apply that to any situation, whether it's a group of people, a race of people. You ain't waiting for all black people, are you? You wait for every black person to play with you before you attack back in spiritual warfare? No. You're going to wait for a significant amount of black people playing with you, right? And then you're going in. It's common sense. I mean, that's why you got to understand rules and regulations. You got to. Because if you sit back and you're one of those people, well, it wasn't all of us. I hate when people say something like that. Well, how is it all of you? How will it ever be all of us? How will it ever be every person? So you're wasting your breath by telling me it's not everybody. Because all anybody's going to do, and you're going to do, and anybody going to do, is wait for a significant amount of people. You're going to wait for a significant number of people before you go in. And that's when you're going to go in. Once you see a significant amount of people, you gonna go in. You ain't asking no more. You ain't waiting for 1 million people. You gonna wait for a significant number of people, and then that's when everybody is going to suffer. And you already know there's a significant number of people. Okay, and that's all. That's all I need to prove. I don't need to wait for everybody. I'm gonna wait for a significant number of people, and it's over with. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do the same thing. If you see a significant number of people, a certain amount, where it's out of control, that's when you're going to go in. You ain't going to say, well, I'm going to wait for 1 million more people. It might not even be safe for you to do that. For you to wait for 1 million people, 1 million more people. It might not be even safe for you to do that. You got once you see it's a significant amount, you got to take care of business. And that's that. That's why I love my situation. I can easily explain it. Some people, like them, they can't explain it. All they're going to tell you is what they heard. And you're going to get mad because they did everything based on something they heard. They can't explain it. They can't explain why they playing games. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. All they're going to tell you is, I'm a threat, and then you're going to say, well, okay, you still going to say, well, because you made it that way. This person is not really a threat. He's defending himself. It's a difference. He's defending himself. That's not a threat. A threat, I don't classify that as a threat. If you play with this man and you went up and you used all these people and he attacks the collective community, I'm not gonna say that's a threat. Because that's not the narrative of this situation. The narrative is you played with him as Americans and he attacked you back. That's the narrative. That ain't no threat. Because in that logic, most people ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna let it happen. Yeah, they're gonna let it happen. They're gonna let it happen because you played with this person too long. And you thought it was a game. You thought he was a sucker like you. And now you see he's not. And so that narrative don't work anymore. So what other than that, so you know you're on your way down right there. As soon as you know he's real, you're on your way down. Because now you're going to have to explain all this stuff you've done, everything that's been done, and from a sucker's perspective on a real one. When a real one went all, you're going to start seeing me all by the book, by a real one, how a real one will move all by the real book. By a real book. By the real codes and street codes. And the rules and regulations of Americans and real men and women. You're going to see it my way. Once you realize they suckers. See, they had a big name, but they suckers. Freemasons, Illuminati, that's all suckers, man. They all suckers, man. Now you realize that. So you can't even take them seriously. And see, you that did take them seriously, listen, you gotta, listen, that's your liability. That's your liability. You took their money, you took them seriously, you let them come to the community and play these games, and you gotta take your portion. You gotta take your part. I don't have a part. I don't have a part to take. You do. Even some of you street people, yes you do. You let them come into the neighborhood and play around and everything. You let them rock, basically. You let them rock. If you seen all them people some doing something stupid or something else, y'all would have broke that up. Okay, you would have broke it up, right? Okay, you didn't break it up. You didn't do anything to break it up. Okay, so then, but you would have, right? But you didn't. And that's what I'm talking about. If you felt that was corny and lame as it is now to you, you would have broke that up long time ago, right or wrong. Okay, that's all I'm talking about. They played you and came in with weed and all. I know what they did. They came in with weed, women and girls and boys and all that kind of stuff. All these things to make the hood let them come through and play with me, right? And now you see what it was. I'm a prophet. That's why these devils wanted to play with me. Some of them so stupid, like a blind witch. A blind witch doesn't know that she's acting as a witch. A whole community can be like a blind witch. Go look up a blind witch. A blind witch is somebody that is being manipulated to behave like a witch. A blind witch is because they blind, right, to themselves. A whole collective community can act like a blind witch. Now you realize, oh, okay, we really basically, the devil put a battery in our back to play with this person. That's basically what it is, man. That's not a valid excuse, but it's the reason, you know. You got played, you got used by the devil, you know, and now you're trying to renege on it, and you ain't gonna be able to renege on it without a bag. And that's how it is. That's what a real one gonna do. That's what anybody real gonna do. The only reason you hung up on it and don't think you should do it or think second guessing it is because you not respecting me. That's that. And if you stupid enough to come out here and play with people without money, then you should die. You a clown. You can't come out here playing with people without bread. That's what Tupac said. If you ain't got your money right, don't come out here. You can't come out here and you listen, I got my money right. I'm doing stuff with my money. I'm making my money work for me, and that's the bottom line. You ain't making your money work in your favor right now. If you do got it, it ain't working in your favor. It ain't doing nothing for you. It ain't getting you out of your situation. My money getting me out of my situation. I'm sending my money down to South America. I'm sending $1 million. It's on the way now. So you can't play me. Me and you ain't no broke dudes rubbing penises together. That's not what it is. I'm doing something with my money. I'm making my money count. What you doing? You out here needing to pay a bag and can't do it. And see, so you don't go to war with people and you ain't got no money. Because it's reasons why you need that money. It's more than one reason. You came out here with no money, playing around me, you got what you deserve. Okay, you just want to show, and I don't esteem you as my equal. And that's how we even it out. Because I know it's clout chasing little homosexuals that want to play a position for clout chasing reasons. And we ain't gonna let you do that. And you can say you've done that, but you curse the whole community doing it. So if you have fun, the fun is taken away. The satisfaction, the happiness is all taken away. That's the curse. You did it, but you got cursed for it. You ain't got no happiness. You ain't got no satisfaction. You're banished from the community. That's the curse that came with doing it. You're too stupid to see it. You got the curse is right there. Clowns, you know what I'm saying? Out here clout chasing. I mean, one thing for sure, man, a lot of gay people is good for clout chasing. That's all they talk about, some dreams and stuff. They talk about it more than we do. They always talk about some dreams or some kind of stuff, some ambitious stuff they want to do. So just put two and two together. With that kind of mentality, it's easy for them to clout chase in this situation. Ain't no reason for even gay people to be talking about me. What? For what? Why am I in the gay politics? You can't explain it intelligently, can you? Why am I in gay politics? No, listen, even if I was gay, that's not a reason for me to be in politics. You stupid, man. That's 7 out. Nah, me being gay don't mean I'm supposed to be in politics, buddy. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about, right? Okay, so explain to me, why am I in politics? With gay people specifically. Because they working for these people. That's why. They clout chasing. They trying to get fame off the situation, and it backfired. Other than that, gay people ain't got no reason to be in my politics. You ain't got no reason. It don't matter what you heard. You talking about you playing chess, buddy. You playing with chess masters. We don't care nothing about what you heard. We care about what you can prove. And if you can't prove it, in the real world we live in, you owe a bag, buddy. You owe a bag. And if you ain't got that bag, it's going to be money bag or body bag. I don't care which one. Money bag or body bag. I don't care which one it is. That's how I like to put it. Money bag or body bag. I don't care which one. Okay, little homosexuals came out here clout chasing. You know how they are, especially young generation, jumping around, bouncing around, trying to go around and do stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know how they are, man. Everybody know, man. So it ain't no secret. It ain't, if you understand them and how they move, it's totally understandable what happened. They came out here clout chasing. They seen I was somebody. I had flair. I got flavor. I got drip sauce or whatever. They seen who I was, right? Okay, boom. You want to set it up where you clout chasing and set up this game, this elaborate game where I don't even know why homosexuals is even in my face. That's all I'm saying. Based on the strength of you being gay, that don't make sense. It don't make no sense to put them in my face. That's what I'm saying. No, it don't. It don't make no sense for them to be in my face. Specifically, no, it don't. I ain't been around them enough. For me to classify somebody as gay, you got to be consistent. Other than that, with my understanding of how this is out here, people can experiment, and you can say once gay, always gay. I can show you people who left it alone. I can show you people that leave lesbians alone. I can show you people that leave it all alone and go on and live their life. Okay, so then you use a simple-minded philosophy that doesn't apply to everybody. Okay, so then you're a clown for thinking it does, and you're a clown for talking about something that somebody done moved on from. You left in an old apartment somewhere where I used to be. That's where your head is at. I'm over here on a whole new level, sending money $1 million down to South America, not having sex with nobody. Not a woman or a man. I'm practicing abstinence until I get married. Okay? Till I'm with another woman. But the last person I was with was a female. Okay, so that tells you how I'm moving. That's how I tell you how I'm living. Okay, now a clown, I'm gonna tell you what a clown gonna do. A clown gonna come in and talk about what happened before. Because they trying to humiliate you. You can't humiliate me because I look cool with everything I did. I'm just saying. I'm not you can't make me look humiliated. That's for straight people. That's for homosexuals. You can't humiliate me and make me look some type of way, as you can clearly see. I can go through any situation and you will not humiliate me. I don't care what you're doing. Even in this building, outside this building, anywhere, you ain't gonna ever be able to humiliate me. I'm gonna always look good. Because I'm real. That's why. And God is with me. I'm gonna always look good, no matter what I do. No matter what I go through. That's what I'm saying, man. So you just so for gay people, I don't know even where you come from. I only know I don't. No, I don't. All you was doing clout chasing from day one. Nah, it wasn't nothing significant enough for you to play with me, buddy. No, nah, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. First of all, you ain't never embraced me. You ain't never embraced me at all. That's foolishness. You was jealous from day one as far as I go. As far as I go, you was jealous from day one. Okay, so man, listen, it stops right there. I don't have to explain nothing besides that. You know what I'm saying? Every time I stepped on the scene, you had the stank face every time. Every time I stepped back on the scene. Even when I was seeking God, then I came back out in the streets and started drinking and smoking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Even when I did that, when I came back out in the streets, smoking and drinking, they didn't embrace me. They had the stank face. Okay? Now imagine you see a person go back and forth in the, you know what I'm saying? They got their spiritual struggles for whatever reason. And it ain't based on them necessarily. It's something else that person going through, and they start drinking again and coming back on the streets and being back on the scene, right? After being spiritual, spending time with God, but you step back on the scene, right? Now you would think people that's talking about they embracing somebody, they will be in open hands, ready to embrace that person, right? He's back out here. You would think that, right? You know how they embrace, you know how they look? Stank face, bro. And you know how they are. You know how these ratchet, gay, catty gay people are. Especially in the black community, ratchet, gay, and catty. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. Listen, they seen me come back on the scene with the stank face. They had a stank face. That's the best thing you need to hear. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I want you to understand, they never embraced me. Okay, that's foolishness. They see now my potential. Now they want to act like I was with them. I wasn't with them. They can't show you how. Tell me how we was together. Talk about it intelligently. What events and how we hung out. How did we hang out as gang? How did we hang out as gang? As far as gay people, show me when we was gang. That's all I'm asking. We never was gang, bruh. Cause I was too masculine. I was too much for a man of you. For me, I was too much of a man for you. We was never gang. That's all I'm saying. We was never gang, bruh. No, we was never gang, and that's the best way you need to hear it. Of course, suckers is gonna come in and see your potential and see who you are. Like, oh, okay, he was with us. He was with us. He part of us. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing yourself. I remember exactly how it was. Stank face, catty, ignorant, all that stuff that you see now. That's how they was with me. They seen who I was and was jealous and everything. Think about it, man. That's what it was, and you know that, man. You already know how it is. That's what it was. That's what applied to my situation. Okay, so so that covers them trying to act like me and them was together. That never was like that. And what that tells you what you need to know right there, buddy. We was never together. We was never gang, buddy. And that's how you need to hear it. We was never gang. You can't even show me, you can't even find no pictures. Now you should be able to if we was gang, right? That part, that's it. Now, where the pictures at? Where the pictures when we was gang? When somebody was taking pictures, video, when we was all gang and hanging out. No pictures? No pictures. So then how we was gang, bruh? Cause you got pictures of y'all. You got pictures of y'all together, so why wasn't I there? The same people talking. Okay, go tell them to find some pictures where they got me in the pictures. Then you can say, okay, see, this is us, him, me and him. See, look at this picture when we was all together. Look at this video when we was all hanging out. You ain't got none of that, man. You ain't got none of that. So I could, if I was a liar, I could even lie about the stuff that I did do. You know how? Because you ain't got no pictures. You ain't got no videos. That's all people gonna be looking at. Well, where the pictures at? Where the videos at? Why, if y'all was gang, then why y'all ain't take no pictures hanging out, smoking weed together, hanging out together? Y'all took no pictures together? Then y'all probably ain't even respect that dude. No, man, no. Why y'all ain't take no pictures together? Why you ain't take no pictures with him? I mean, just doing a video, just hanging out, whatever. Then you value the video later. Like, it was a little simple video, but now we care about it. You know what I'm saying? Years go by. Oh man, remember that night? None of that. Yeah, man. So don't, man. Listen, I could punch through that like a cardboard box. It was nothing between us. It was easy. Whatever was between us was easy to be shredded like cardboard. There was nothing there. That's what I'm trying to show you. And it's common sense. If we was gang, it would be something on social media. If we was gang, it would be pictures. Why was there no pictures? Why was there no videos? Why was there no networking really on social media where I was posting on their page or they were posting on mine? Or that part. Show me. Where was our gang with the gay community posting online? Nothing. Come on now, think about that. No, you can't find no pictures. Oh, some networking. Oh, he was talking with this person. Not just on sex, not about sex. I'm talking about just old friends. Oh yeah, he was over here with them. We was never gang like that, man. We was never gang like that. That's what I'm trying. If I don't tell you that, they gonna paint it like you would think we was gang. And I ran away. That, you know what I'm saying? Or I was gang with them, and I became a Christian, but we was gang. Ain't never rode around in their cars. Ain't never none of that. You know what I'm saying, man? Come on, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. I ain't gonna let suckers play it like we was gang, cause now you see I'm the man. That's all it is. All suckers, you can't resist to do that. If you was close enough to me, you know what I'm saying, to see me, okay, you gonna act like we was gang. That's what you gonna do. That's what you gonna do, man. That's what suckers gonna do. I wouldn't play myself like that. If I knew I wasn't gang with the dude, I'll just say, yeah, I seen him around, you know what I'm saying? But we wasn't really cool like that. We ain't really, you know what I'm saying? We ain't really hang out like that. I ain't gonna sit up here and act like we was gang and everything, and we partied together and everything. We really, nah, man. Anytime I even hung out with some of them dudes, man, you know, it was always this funny vibe. You know what I'm saying? It was always this, cause it wasn't real. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't real. It was never real. It was never real. You know what I'm saying? It was politicking the whole time. It was politics the whole time. And you know what I'm saying? That was the whole reason they was even there. Some of them was aligned with me only because of the politics. It wasn't even natural. It wasn't even real. It was all staged. And I was smart, and I just didn't care. My intuition I knew it was staged. I just didn't care because it wasn't a threat to me, and I proved it wasn't a threat to me, so why would I care? I use it for what I want to use it for if I want to use it. The situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that I was in the dark, I just didn't care. I can use, sometimes people tell you that. Some people use their full intuition and sometimes they don't. I don't care. It ain't no threat to me. I can know these dudes halfway shiesty or whatever and everything, you know, but it ain't gonna do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just death time. Like I said, they wish death on us, we wish death on them. That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can easily figure this out with just being real. That's it. Stop playing like a suckers and stop playing like it was, you know, you had any credibility in my situation. That's number one. You had no credibility. I don't care. You talking about my brother or my family, don't give it no credibility. There's no credibility from that. People snake their own family all the time. People hurt their own family all the time, man. They right there in your face. That's why it's easy to do it. It's easy to fall out with them and everything. That don't give it no credibility. You talk to them amateurs about using family, but his brother, I don't care nothing about that. That gotta have credibility. You gotta have receipts. I don't care nothing about that. That's why I kept moving. I kept moving forward. People see who I am. I knew that was gonna happen. God knew it was gonna happen. God knew eventually you was gonna see me for who I am. I'm a one-man show. I step out here on the square by myself. I hold my own square down. You understand? I hold myself down. I hold God's kingdom down. You know what I mean? I don't it's no misunderstanding about who I am. It's no misunderstanding. I'm a man of God with street smarts and people respect me and salute me. You know what I'm saying? I get respect and I get salutes. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't resist it. People can't resist it to play with you. See, this is what happened when you basically famous and you didn't make it out. This is what happens to you. I'm an example of being famous, or the potential to be famous and a superstar, but I didn't make it out, but people could see your qualities. So I go through all this back and forth and everything like this. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't bridge over into getting the money and everything I needed. But people can see the qualities, they can see who I am, you can clearly see it. But see, people want to play with it when it's among themselves, you know what I'm saying? And they don't want to let you go, and so it's a war. It's a war when you broke and you don't want to let me go, and you ain't got no money, and you see, these other superstars, you pay for tickets when you go to see them, right? You don't pay for tickets when you come to see me. You ain't paying for no tickets. I don't listen, I don't want you to try to manipulate in any way. You don't give me no money, right? That's all I'm talking about. All these other people you pay, okay? You don't pay me, so I'm gonna treat you like you don't pay me. That's what people call themselves my fans or whatever. Man, come on, stop playing with me, bro. I'm a grown man. You think I'm worried about fans that don't pay me no money? So-called people that support me but don't support me financially? Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that, bro. Imagine me. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that, man. Me esteeming that as something. As a grown man, and that's called poor fame. That's called broke fame. Broke fame. It ain't nothing. You know what it is? It's dangerous. Because you broke and all these people, you famous. You need all these people politics. And see, they think it's a game to give people broke fame, right? Messed up the whole country. They wish death on me, I wish death on you. That's being a real man, that's being serious, that's being a person. Listen, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing else but realness, man. It's all real. You want me to play along to whatever you want me to play along with. I'm my own man, in my own right. I get to say that. People see how I'm my own man. So with that being said, imagine me going along with what you doing. I don't care about what you're doing. You wanted me to go along with it. I don't care about it. Anybody misunderstand why I feel this way? Suckers, bro. Nobody misunderstand why I feel this way. You owe people a bag, but you're too jealous to give me the bag. Now, if it was somebody you love, you would have got the bag. But because, you know, I'm already who I am, you can't stand the thought of me having money. That's what it is, man. That's how I feel. It's that. It's that. Because if I get money, I'm the full man I need to be. All I need is the right kind of woman. Not some woman that want to act like she a thug or she a lesbian, a stud. She want to be a dude. You know what I'm saying? Some little stuff like that. I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? I have to be a good woman that's glad to be a woman. That's glad to be with a man. That's all I need. I would never hurt a good, beautiful, sweet, caring person that means me well. I would never turn on somebody like that. But when you already kind of put hands on me, and you're already comfortable with doing that, stealing money from me. The last person I was with, she was stealing money from me and everything. Stole my food stamp card, everything. Yeah, I was still, the card was still active. I had to go and stand in the line right here in Brooklyn. And I was living in Queens. I had to go over here, come over here and get a card, you know, a new food stamp card because of this person. Most people would have beat you up right there. You take their card, they food with the food stamp and the cash on it. That's their livelihood, man. That's their bread and butter. I didn't do anything to her. I told her she needed to go. If she stole money from me, it was my cell phone money to keep my cell phone on. So eventually, man, you know, when you in a situation like that, man, sometimes, man, you know, your repercussions don't come all at once. Your repercussion comes over time. And you put your hand, she put her hands on me, punched me in my stomach. Okay. Scarred my face, threw keys and hit me in the face with keys, scarred my face. Most people scarred my forehead, everything. Most people would say, okay, if you put your hands on her, she put her hands on you first. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no abusive situation where it's one sided where you just standing there as a victim. I'm sorry, he just got the best of you. That's what happened. But that's gonna happen when it's with a guy. That's gonna happen. But you put your hands on him first. You know, you stole money from him. You stole the food stamp card from him. That's two different situations. You stole money from him and you stole the food stamp card. And you stole one of his duffel bags without telling him. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on, man. Like, I don't need that in my life. I need a caring, beautiful person, but I don't have to have that to function. I really don't. But I'm just saying what I would have, how I could move on and how I could progress forward, you know. But right now I'm just focused on, man, listen, getting all these fans and these fanatics and people out of here, because see, in order for me to be real, you gotta go. Make sense? I gotta tell you to go. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't play clown games. I'm not, see what I'm saying? See how that sits? Like these people around me and everything, and you ain't doing, like, nah. A real one ain't gonna let you do it. A man of God ain't gonna let you do it. A real black man ain't gonna let you do it. So this gotta be cleared out. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got no life, if you're a psycho person that was nothing and you just attach yourself to me, destruction has to come to get rid of you. You're no good for me. Okay? Just like a drunk, psychotic whore, you're no good for me. Okay? It doesn't work for me. And that's all I'm about. If it don't work for me, it don't work at all. So what's going to happen is we're going to wish death on these same people that wish death on me. We're going to start there. We're going to curse those who curse us. Okay? Okay? We're going to hate those who hate us. Because if you don't do this, man, you're going to be blind like a retarded person. Okay? If it's a threat, if it's a person that's playing with you, you give them the same thing, man. I don't let people twist my philosophy in life. I'm not against God. I'm not against God's word, but you can't manipulate me when I can show you in there where God decided to kill people that play with his people. So it's a balance. But you can try to manipulate one side, like I'm supposed to do this and I'm supposed to do that. And you're not going to insult my intelligence. I know what I'm supposed to do. You're supposed to die. I'm supposed to curse you. Because you can use one scripture, bless and curse not. Okay, but that applies to one situation when I can show you where God's people did curse people. I can show you where people did get cursed. Okay, so obviously it's not one situation fits all. When I can show you in the Bible where people got cursed for playing with God's people. Okay, well I can show you where the prophet Elijah cursed children and they died. Okay, where's the blessed and cursed not in that situation? It happened. Okay, so then you got to use intuition and common sense and discernment, and not just throw a scripture out that sounds like it's the counter to what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You got to really know if that applies, if that's applicable. In my situation, it's not applicable. God incorporates common sense to any situation. If you got a whole bunch of people playing with a person, what you think God want me to bless them and curse them not? And they playing games every day? No. I can show you where God told them, don't pray for them no more. In Jeremiah, he told Jeremiah, don't pray for these people. Don't cry for them. Don't pray for them. And when they ask me for help, I'm paraphrasing, they not going to get no help. That's God's attitude. God don't play no monkey business. And then you get the luxury of us sitting back talking about we gonna pray for you and help you. No. They wish death on us, we wish death on them. At this point. Now if it's a situation where you just met somebody and 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 they ain't got nothing to do with no malicious stuff that's going on in these politics. Okay, maybe you do need to be patient with this person, but that's not them. Okay, so we don't even consider that. We don't even consider that after all this time these people been playing games. Okay, so something else gonna be done. You know what's gonna be done? We gonna wish death on these people. That's what's gonna be done. You gotta understand, man. You gotta understand. You gotta activate your faith. You gotta activate your faith where you point your faith towards these people to be destroyed. And a nice guy ain't gonna do it, because you gonna think in a cliche fashion you supposed to pray for these people. But I can show you where Jeremiah was told by God not to pray for a certain people. That's 7th hour. God told him not to. He told him not to pray for somebody. But that's what you gonna do as a cliche. You gonna, every time you got something going on with somebody, the first thing you think you gotta do is pray for them. That's cliche almost. It's cliche when it ain't what God wants you to do. And you don't think some people been doing that? You don't think it's easy to do that? It's more easier to do it than you know. It's easy to sit back and see people playing with you, and for you to think you're supposed to pray about it. They gonna take full advantage of that. That's what they've been doing. You sitting up talking about praying for people and helping people. Man, listen, I'm not doing none of that. And I'm still with God, and the God is still with me. And that's facts. Look at it for what it is. Look at all this stuff happening to them. What you think going on? You think we helping these people? You think we helping the Americans? No, we're not helping them, man. Wake up. We're not helping them. We're not helping them. Okay? That's what they used to. People sitting around kissing their butt. I think them playing with you and playing in your face. Playing all in your face, and then when times get rough, now all of a sudden now they want to come back and now they want to make amends and all this. Like, come on, man. Listen, man. Listen, you played the game, you paid a price. Like Candace Owens says, you listen. This is the same. This is the only thing I got from her. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. You play stupid games, here's a stupid prize. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes, man. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. Okay, it's true. Play a stupid game, okay, here's a stupid prize. Well, I want another prize. Well, you played a stupid game, you got a stupid prize, buddy. Ain't no game out here. You played a stupid game, you got a stupid prize, now you looking stupid. Well, that's what it's gonna produce. That's what it's gonna produce, buddy. Stupidity, the stupid look on your face. See, if you a nice person, they'll watch you die for all of this stuff that they did. That's what I'm talking about. And some of y'all, as Christians, man, you will sit here and let them kill you and then go on about their business. I want to assure you, I put all my credibility on this. I put all my credibility. You can take all my credibility. God wants to destroy this situation. He wants to destroy these people. And that's that, man. Okay? That's that. I put all my credibility on. You can take all my credibility. You know what I'm saying? Like I know this. I live with the feeling. I know what I'm talking about. God wants to take this out, man. And ain't none of these okie dokes and these okie doke children out here can do it, but nothing about it. Them and they okie doke children. Cause we gonna wake you up with that. All this children stuff and all this stuff. And you are marrying children. You can't talk to me, man. You gotta talk to these lames, bro. You gotta talk to these suckers, man. Like you sit up and marry children and look me in my face. You can't even look me in my face. You can't even look me in my face, man. But your arrogance of who you are as Americans make you think you still can. That's all we dealing with is the arrogance of the Americans. And man, you ain't got no credibility. You have sex with children, but you sit up here and talk about other people. You're doing it right here in the country. You're not leaving the country and doing it. You're not doing it on jet skis. You're not doing it in a boat in the Caribbean when a boat's getting blowed up. You ain't doing it down there where the boats get blowed up. You having sex with the children right here. You ain't going to Greenland and having sex with the children. You ain't going to Greenland and having sex with the children. In one of the little blue houses and red houses in Greenland, well, they say they having sex with the children over there in them blue houses in Greenland. They say they having sex with the children in the green houses in Greenland. The blue houses in Greenland. Right over at the blue houses specifically. Man, look, man. You having sex with them children right here. That's what I want people to get in their mind. They having sex with them children right here in this country right here. And then you think you're gonna play with my reasoning as a black man, well, how you gonna play with me and you marrying children? See, there's two types of reasoning. A white man's reasoning and a black man's reasoning is not the same thing. Reasoning, how you reason, is not going to be the same as a white man. A black man's reasoning is, oh, you marrying children. Well, how you gonna be out here talking about pedophiles? But can you hear a white man saying the same thing? Nope. His reasoning is he gonna articulate that totally different. His explanation for it. And guess what? He gonna base his culture and him being a patriot, him being biased towards America, his dad and his family in America, and them Americans and they Americans, he gonna put all of that in his articulation of this situation with child marriage laws in America. And we gonna be free from that because we're not biased towards America because all the stuff we went through with America. So I ain't gonna be biased towards you. I'm gonna let it be out there as it is. You marry children. See, a white man ain't gonna say that. You know why? Because he gonna be biased. So his reasoning is gonna be different according to that biased nature. According to being biased, he gonna reason differently. You ain't gonna get him. He gonna act nonchalant about it, but then let you do something with children. Let you do something now. That's what I'm talking about. Whole different animal, whole different response. You think we stupid, don't you? I know I got you. You know I know. Listen, buddy, listen. You quiet, ain't you? You quiet. You want me to stop talking about this, don't you? Trump ain't said nothing about it, has he? Listen, your president, Donald Trump, can't even say nothing about no child marriage. He can't even say nothing about it. Because you know why he ain't gonna say nothing about it? Guess why? The reason why he ain't gonna say nothing about it is because it forces him to explain the whole history of child marriage in your country. So even though he might want to say something, his morality is not good enough for him to expose this because he'd rather protect the whole integrity, this fake integrity of America. So in other words, it's better for him to not tell you so you still believe in this America that loves children. Instead of me showing you this whole history where they've been having sex with children the whole time, now you're going to change your whole view of America. You're going to change your whole perspective. So in American terminology, he don't want to open up the can of worms. This would be opening up a whole can of worms. Where now, okay, because of child marriage passed while I was the president, while Donald Trump was the president, that's how relevant child marriage laws is in your country. I can't address that time because of all the whole history. Now that's going to make people go look and say, hey, well, let me go look and see child marriage. Oh, man, we've been marrying children the whole time? That's what the Americans are going to say. these Americans are going to say, we was marrying children through the 90s with all that good R&B music and all that good stuff. We was marrying children the whole time. We was marrying children through the 80s, the 1980s, the 1970s, the 1960s, the 1950s. We was marrying children the whole time. You can't win, buddy. That's why Trump ain't gonna say nothing if you don't know why. It ain't that he can't address the present day child marriage laws. He can knock that down, right? But he can't knock down the whole history. When y'all been marrying children the whole time, that's why he ain't gonna say nothing. Cause it's not for his part, right? Where he was president, he should be able to address his part. Well, why he ain't say nothing? Why when the new child marriage laws happened while he was president? That's when you got new child marriage laws when Donald Trump was the president the first time, right? The first time. That's when you got the new child marriage laws, right? He didn't say nothing the whole time. Now, he could want to address it, but he can't. You know why? Because you're going to see the whole history. It's going to change your whole view of America. So he'd rather sit back like they always have been and be corrupt, or whatever other word you want to use, whatever other adjective you can use close to that, and sit back and cover up America, the real America, so that they can continue to give you this prestige morality and this moral level of caliber of morality, this caliber of morality that they own. They want to continue to project this high caliber of morality that they're not on. They're not on that level. They're not on the level of protecting children. You're on the level of marrying children. That's what level you're on. Okay? You're on the level of marrying children in America. That's the level you're on, buddy. That's what level you're on. Well, I thought we was on the level of protecting children. I thought we was protecting them. I thought we was protecting children. No. You can't say, can you say you're protecting children and marrying children at the same time? Can you protect children and marry children at the same time? That's a yes or no question. As a community. Can you call yourself protecting children and call yourself marrying children at the same time? You can't do both, can you? It's one or the other, ain't it? It's one or the other, ain't it? It's one or the other, ain't it? It's one or the other, isn't it? You marrying children, right? How you gonna protect children and marry children at the same time, bro? Oh, Child Protective Services, CPS. Why y'all never said nothing about child marriage laws? That's 7 out. Child Protective Services, CPS. Why CPS ain't never say nothing about child marriage laws? You don't know, do you? See, that's what I'm talking about. You see what the prophet got to deal with? What CPS can't even have this real conversation. Well, Child Protective Services should be first in line. They protect children, right? Okay, so why they ain't say nothing about it? They're running around ain't they? Running around. Door to door, running around, door to door. Door to door. But they don't say nothing about child marriage laws in America. Michael Jordan didn't say nothing about child marriage laws, did he? Michael Jordan didn't say nothing about child marriage, did he? Jordan, as in the basketball player. Michael Jordan didn't say nothing about child marriage laws, did he? Educated, wealthy, rich, don't know about child marriage laws. This is what I'm telling you about. The difference between the prophet and Michael Jordan. Anybody got something to say? Ain't nothing in the world you can have to say. They sit up here like slaves and watch it all happen. Then you're going to play with my integrity. I came out like a lion, like a bear and a lion at the same time. That's why I'm like this. You can sit here this whole time like slaves and watch them marry children, and then you want to come out against a black man. Al Sharpton say something about child marriage laws. Yeah. He all on TV like he doing something. He always look like he doing something, don't he? Al Sharpton say something about child marriage. Jesse Jackson, he another one that always act like he doing something. Jesse Jackson do something. Jesse Jackson say something about it. No, he didn't. He ain't say nothing about it, did he? That's all I'm talking about, buddy. He ain't say nothing, did he? Why Jesse Jackson didn't say nothing about it? Huh? Why Al Sharpton on TV he ain't saying nothing about it? Oh. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter say something about child marriage laws in America. Oh, it affects black people, you know. Did they say something about it? They did not. They did not say nothing. Oh, the Black Panthers, the new Black Panthers, they say something about child marriage laws. All these Black Panthers, the active Black Panthers, did you say something about child marriage laws in America? You did? You didn't, did you? I didn't think so. Oh, it affects black children, by the way. Oh, you thinking these days we live in, it's all white children? Come on, man. These voluptuous little girls. These little girls that's growing breasts and butt, and they ain't even number 2 to 11 years old. They say because of the hormones in the chicken and the food. That's what some people say. Whatever the case may be. All these voluptuous little girls with breasts and butts. You think these black girls ain't getting married? Of course they are. Then why Black Panthers? That would be your cue right there, wouldn't it be? Your cue would be black children. For pro-black people, your cue would be children using your brain, knowing these people are feeding the kids hormones in the chicken and the food, and the kids getting breasts and butts earlier. Huh? Coming on their cycle earlier. Listen, man, let me tell you something. This is the difference between the prophet and everybody else. I'm going to show you something for the right reason. Because of my spirituality, it's going to be revealed. Because of my spirituality, it's going to be revealed. And you ain't got that. You don't have the spirituality to reveal these things, which proves my spiritual credibility. You were just waiting for me to do some prophecies. I want you to look at that. I want you to look at your whole community did not reveal this, and the prophet revealed it. You was waiting for prophecies only, wasn't you? You was only waiting for prophecies, wasn't you? Well, I was only waiting for prophecies. I was only waiting for prophecies. The prophet is going to reveal himself in a way to reveal things, and you can't explain why nobody didn't reveal it. Explain it intelligently. Explain intelligently why Grace, what's her name? Nancy Grace. Why Nancy Grace? She like a white woman pit bull all these years. She been like a white woman pit bull. She been like a white woman pit bull. Nancy Grace didn't say nothing about no child marriage, did she? Yeah. Nancy Grace on there listen like she biting crimes. Like she like McGruff. She like the female McGruff, ain't she? Taking a bite out of crime, ain't she? Hey, listen, but look at her eyes. Her eyes be dead serious, like serious, don't they? She got daggers in her eyes, don't she? But she ain't saying nothing about child marriage while she got daggers in her eyes. That's 7th hour. Hey, John Walsh, that runs America Most Wanted, did he say something about child marriage laws? The man that runs America Most Wanted, why he ain't say nothing about it? The man that made Law and Order, Dick Wolf. Everybody know Dick Wolf made Law and Order. Did he know something about child marriage laws in America? He made all that Law and Order stuff. But was he aware in his country that they marry children here in America? You see how fake everything is? Law and Order. Dick Wolf it tells you he's the executive producer, right? At the end of every show, everybody watching know that, right? Everybody know that name, right? It's pretty easy if you're in this America, you know this name. Okay, why Dick Wolf didn't know nothing about child marriage laws? John Walsh, Dick Wolf, and for anybody that you can think about in your personal life that you respect, why didn't they tell you about it? You can't tell me why. Man, listen, bro, let me tell you something. It was suicide playing around a prophet, buddy. Suicide. Straight up suicide. How in the world your whole country didn't know about this? Listen, you can say we heard about the subject, but you lying through your teeth if you say you knew it was here in America. You lying. You're lying. You did not know. And for sure, you did not know the magnitude, the full capacity of the child marriage laws in America. You didn't know it was this much. You ain't know it was this much. No, you didn't. You didn't know this much was going on. More than half of the country was marrying children. You knew it was that much? Well, if you knew it was that much, why are you talking about a pedophile? Well, your country is marrying children. How you gonna talk about a pedophile, buddy? Now you see, that's how I know. That's how I caught you. You know how I know you ain't know? You know how I know you ain't know? Because you wouldn't have came out here if you knew. That's how we know. That's how we figure it out. Ain't no way in the world you're going to be running around talking about a pedophile. Y'all marrying children in more than half of the country. More than half of the country is marrying children, but you running around talking about a pedophile. It's no way in the world you could have did that. You didn't know. The prophet that you was playing with revealed it. Exposed it. God revealed it. I exposed it, right? You lost. You lost, America. You lost. Okay? You can't marry children talking about pedophiles. That's a black man reasoning. Now, I don't know how a white man reasons, but you talking about pedophiles, ain't no way in the world you're going to be talking about the same activity that goes on in pedophilia that is in a child marriage law, in a child marriage case. It's the same details. In other words, it's the same details. Ain't no way in the world. You finna see that's too mind-blowing. That's too much of a radical change where now you question if you could even put anybody in jail for this stuff now. Now you wondering if you could even do that. See how I mess everybody's mind up? It's gonna make you think, well, could we have put people in jail for pedophilia when they marrying children? Not to me. Not to me. You see it that way? Oh, they can lock up pedophiles, but marry children over here? You feel that way? They can do that. Case closed, buddy. Case closed. Ain't no way out of that. Police can't even see me, buddy. What police gonna say? You can't be serious. Can't be serious. What the police gonna say? No, you don't want none of this, buddy. Listen, man, you listen. You on the beat enforcing laws for a country that marries children. You're enforcing laws for a country that puts adult penis in children. But then you're going out here scanning the scene for pedophiles. Well, I gotta go up here to the movies and scan for the pedophiles on the weekend. Yeah, you know, the pedophiles like to come up there on the movie while the kids hanging out, the teenagers hanging out. Why they at the mall shops? Why they at the mall shops next to the movies? The pedophiles like to go to the mall shops where the teenagers are at. They like to go to the mall shops. The mall shops. Remember back in the 60s, they had the mall shops. gotta go up here and scan for the pedophiles at the mall shops. That's all I'm talking about, man. Police. I done talked to the police and told them, y'all marrying children in America. You know, America marrying children. You know what the police told me? Thank you. We thank you for this information. You ever had a cop thank you for information? Come on, man. Listen, I'm hardcore with this, man. I'm cock diesel with this. I'm cock diesel with this, man. I'm cock diesel. I am cock diesel with this, man. You have never educated a cop in your pathetic life. And you want to play with me? You want to play with the sensei I am? I educate cops without snitching. No, I don't educate them to the streets, to the thugs. I educate them and walk away without snitching. Come on, man. Come on. A cop's supposed to know this stuff. You listen, if you didn't get that just now, you're a little slow, bro. You're a little slow. Come on. You're a little slow. I shouldn't have to tell you that a cop supposed to know this. Oh, he don't? Well, yeah. Well, he don't know what laws to enforce. He's supposed to know what all laws to enforce on, don't he? Well, I mean, he might see a little man and a girl together and don't know no better. Because he can kiss the child, he can do whatever. And this man is obviously a man and this is obviously a girl. He got to be educated on child marriage in public, don't he? Well, what if the person's in public with the child? He can't say, oh, that's a pedophile. He can't say that. It's not. Well, according to your laws, he's legal. That's the bottom line. I mean, police can't do nothing. He can't do nothing about that. So he got to be educated on it, don't he? Yes, he do. He got to be educated on that. Well, he can't come up and say, sir, that's a child. Why are you kissing her? He can't say that. That's his wife. You don't think a cop need to be educated that they marry children in this country? Now you see what I'm saying, buddy. Now you see how heavyweight I am, buddy. You see now you see why we look at it as a race war. Oh yeah, because if I'm educating cops, what are you doing here? What are you here for? What are you here for? I'm tired of playing games, man. I'm not tired physically. I have no more tolerance, in other words. When I educate cops and what you do, this is for the black community. When the last time you educated a cop? You never did it. You never did it. That's 7 hours. You never educated a cop. In your life, have you ever educated a cop? No, hold up, man. No, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. For real. That's a big deal. When did you educate a cop? No, I'm talking about like on site, not, oh, we argue back and forth and he figure out I'm right. I'm talking about I drop bombs and he automatically is educated. Instantly. I instantaneously educate this dude. Instantly. Not, oh, we went back and forth and he thought I was right about the situation. And he didn't really, no. As soon as I drop bombs, right, he said, oh, what? I said, yeah, y'all married children. This dude didn't even know. This is the police and law enforcement. I can look them in their face. Now, how in the world I'm gonna be a predator and I'm looking the police in their face? No, man, no, listen, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. It's more than one way when you use your common sense to tell that somebody's clean and good and better than you. I look cops in their face, man. Now imagine me being somebody that play around kids, and I'm looking cops in their face. You just played with me, and I had to go to war about it. That's all it was. But I still play my position as a pure man and protector of children, even if you don't like it or not. Even if you don't like it. Yeah, I did. Listen, man, people say my information was more protective over children than yours. Oh, what you heard about us? So what? It ain't doing nothing. It ain't protecting children. It ain't doing nothing for the children. My information protects children. So after all, ironically, I'm the one doing the protecting the children, and you ain't. Man, listen. I talked to a cop. I talked to 2 cops. I educated 2 cops at one time. I bashed their heads together. I bashed both of their heads together. I bashed B-A-S-H. I bashed their heads together. B-A-S-H-E-D, bashed. I bashed their heads together with this information. Now show me when you educated the cops. Show me. Show me. Show me. Show me. Show me when you educated the cops. Huh? Show me when you educated the cops. You ain't do it. Come on, man. Listen. You did not ever educate the cops in your life. Well, they say, oh, well, I didn't know that. On this level. Oh, you might have gave them a little something. On this level, and they ain't know about it, and you got the satisfaction of realizing these cops is out here and don't even know their country marrying children. That was last year, not 1994. That was last year. Less than a year ago. Show me. Hey, that was less than a year ago. I educated cops in California. Boom. Coast to coast. Credibility over there, way over there on the West Coast. That's 7 hours. Hey, that's credibility over there on the West Coast. You see how far my credibility run? Way over there. 2 cops over there in the West Coast right now know about what I talked about. When I'm talking about, they know it now because of me. When they hear it again, oh yeah, I heard about that. That's what they're going to say. Oh yeah, somebody told us about that. I got credibility talking about this to the West Coast. But you playing with me. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's why God is doing this to you. You a child that play. I don't play no games. I talk to grown men, grown police. And you ain't never in your pathetic life gonna ever educate the police, and we both know that. You ain't gonna never find nothing to educate. How you gonna do that? Naturally, like I did it naturally. Now compare that part. Naturally, you gonna just educate the police? No, not in your lifetime. You most likely won't. You most likely will not. I'm showing you more than one way. This is facts and this is real. Imagine you comparing yourself to me. It does matter. It matters to us. It matters to Americans. You sitting up talking about child molesters, and I'm educating in the real world where we live in. I'm educating the police on child marriage laws in America. And I can go through the best of you. I can go through Jordan, anybody else you want to talk about. And none of them knew about y'all marrying children. That's all I'm talking about, buddy. Let's settle this. Jay-Z don't know nothing about no child marriage laws except for after me. Jay-Z didn't say nothing about it. Beyonce didn't say nothing about no child marriage laws. Okay, so that's for black people who love and worship Jay-Z and Beyonce. Who think the world of them. They ain't say nothing about it, did they? Oh, they supposed to be the king and queen of our community. Well, why they ain't say nothing about it? Anybody else you got? Anybody else you want to talk about? Cause Brooklyn might act like, well, Jay-Z, you know, Jay is who you know what I'm saying? That's who we represent, man. Yeah. He ain't tell you nothing about this country marrying children. He talked about stop and frisk. Jay-Z, so you can't say he don't talk about laws. Okay, he talked about stop and frisk. He talked about stop and frisk, right? Right. Okay, why ain't say nothing about child marriage laws in America? Oh, you want another one? You want another one? Barack Obama. Barack Obama said something about child marriage laws. Hey. I'm just asking all the right questions. Did Barack Obama say something about y'all marrying children? He didn't, did he? How many terms did Barack Obama do in the White House? Glory to your name, Yahweh. Amen. How many terms did Barack Obama do? Two terms in the White House. So that's 8 years, right? He was in the White House for 8 years and didn't say nothing about child marriage laws. Barack Obama came to the White House with 2 children and didn't do nothing about child marriage laws in America. You need more? You need more? That should do it, don't it? That should do the trick. That got it done, didn't it? Kamala Harris didn't say nothing about child marriage laws. She was a former prosecutor prosecuting child sexual assault cases in California. This woman was a prosecutor for a living, came to the White House and said nothing about child marriage laws in America. Go ahead, put them two together. Barack Obama and Kamala Harris, they be taking pictures together. They be hanging out, looking at each other together in the pictures, don't they? They be looking at each other in the pictures, don't they? Nobody said nothing. Barack Obama and Michelle Obama were both lawyers, right? Michelle Obama ain't said nothing about child marriage laws, has she? Oprah Winfrey, did she say something about child marriage laws? Oprah didn't say nothing, did she? Gail said something. Gail said something about child marriage laws. Doing all them interviews and all that, sitting back on these interviews, sitting back on the interview. She say something about child marriage laws. She didn't, did she? She didn't. Did the military say something about child marriage laws? That's it right there, that's 7 hours. Hey, the military, the Navy SEALs, did they say something about child marriage laws? Green Beret, Navy, the Marines, huh? Army, Navy. Anybody say something about child marriage laws? All these generals, all these retired generals, getting these tired generals coming on TV. All these retired generals coming on TV talking about this and talking about that and talking about these, analyzing this and that. Did they ever come on TV talking about these child marriage laws? No, they did not. All these political analysts all over TV, these political analysts ain't saying nothing about child marriage, has they? No. See, that's the difference between the prophet and you. I showed my difference. Oh yeah, I made my mark, buddy. I already made my mark. Show me one military person talked about marrying children. Show me the military. Huh? They ain't say nothing about it, did they? Show me these rappers, all these old school rappers that y'all worship. They ain't say nothing about it. Eminem, white boy Eminem ain't say nothing about no child marriage laws, did he? He ain't say nothing about it. Eminem ain't said nothing about it. He talking about everything on his songs, don't he? Corn dogs. I went over there and got some corn dogs and popcorn and corn dogs and AMC popcorn. Cotton candy and some Snickers and some Whoppers. Whopper candy. This man be talking about everything in his song. Candy corn. Sauerkraut. I got some sauerkraut. Mashed potatoes and gravy and sauerkraut. This man be talking about everything on his songs, don't he? This man be talking about everything on his song. Whipped cream. And didn't say nothing about child marriage laws, did he? He ain't say nothing about it, did he? Oh, but he took the time to talk about Hannah Montana, masturbating to Hannah Montana, didn't he? Hey, I'm getting him just like he got Christopher Reeves. He was talking about Christopher Reeves and all them albums. Remember that? All this is his karma right here, man. I'm gonna listen every time I think about him. I'm thinking about that time when he talking about Hannah Montana, masturbating to Hannah Montana on 3 a.m. On that song 3 a.m. at 3 a.m. in the morning, right? Go look at the song 3 a.m. Eminem talks about masturbating to Hannah Montana, which was a child. A black man could never get on the song talking about masturbating to Hannah Montana. Eminem can get on the song as a white boy and talk about jacking off to Hannah Montana and everybody think it's cool. Or matter of fact, LL Cool J got in the car and listened to that whole Relapse album. Oh, he heard the whole thing. He told me, Eminem, go look back at the history. Eminem said him and LL Cool J got in the car and rolled around and listened to the whole Relapse album, and that's the album that song 3 AM come off of. LL Cool J heard the whole album. He didn't show any feelings about Eminem talking about masturbating to Hannah Montana. I checked the dates and she couldn't have been no older than 16. She was 15. She had to be 15 or 16 when he made the song. And guess what? She might have been a little younger if it was an old rap line. All rappers got old rap lines. He might have made that 2 and 3 years ago and decided to use it. All MCs know that. That might have not even been a new rap line. He might have had that one for like 2 or 3 years. But the bottom line is Hannah Montana was a girl, wasn't she? And there goes Eminem white boy moment. When you talk about masturbating to Hannah Montana, that's your white boy moment. Because a black man ain't gonna do it. Why he trying to act like he down with the culture and everything? Ooh. That's your white boy moment, bro. That's your white boy moment. That's how we know you're a white boy. You know how we know? You know how we know? You gonna always find out. We always gonna find out. You know how we know you're a white boy? You talking about masturbating to Hannah Montana, man. I'm gonna hit him with that like Christopher Reeves. How you keep talking about Christopher Reeves throughout this your karma. Now I'm gonna talk about you in the same context with you and Hannah Montana. Talking about Jack, I can make a whole song. I can make a song on every album talking about you and Hannah Montana. Going into the whole logistics of you talking about Hannah Montana. When did you first get infatuated? Hey, she had to be like 13 when he first saw her, didn't he? Oh, well, he didn't see her at 15, 16. He seen her earlier than that. Oh, boy. So the first time Eminem seen Hannah Montana, how old was she? About 13. Think about it. Oh, you know he had a big screen TV. He seen all that. Hey, you know Eminem seen her when she first came out, didn't he? Oh, he had money when she first came out. He flipping the TV when she first came out. Like he talking about, he was flipping it on 3 AM, right? Y'all gonna act like he ain't say he wanted to masturbate to Hannah Montana and she was a little girl. Donald Trump, how you feel about that? How you feel about Eminem talking about masturbating to Hannah Montana? How everybody? Listen. Let's see all these people who talk about Eminem all the time. Let's see who all these rappers. Well, let's just say all these MC rappers, all these MCs talking about Eminem. How y'all feel about Eminem talking about masturbating to Hannah Montana and ejaculating? He even talked about the ejaculation. That's what made it so bad. He talked about the point of climax on the song too. He said bust all over the candles and everything. That's what he said. He didn't just say, oh, I just masturbated to Hannah Montana and left it right there. Bust all over the candles and everything. That's what he said. You can't come back from that, bro. I beat Eminem without a rap battle. That's the difference between the prophet and you as an MC. I beat Eminem without a rap battle. Man, listen, buddy. I didn't. I did. You talking about masturbating to Hannah Montana, buddy? You can't come back from that. That's your white boy moment. That's how we know you're a white boy. Ain't nobody gonna say that but a white boy. And some would say, like these white sex predators. That's how we know you one of these white boy sex predators. Talking about masturbating to Hannah Montana, bro. What? Who gonna put that on the song and bounce to it? Who gonna bounce to that, bro? Like, whoa. Hannah Montana, masturbate. Who bouncing to that guy? Hey, every song gotta have a bounce, right? You get it, right? How you bouncing to masturbating to Hannah Montana, bruh? That part. That's a white boy move, man. That's how we know you're a white boy. I'm not hating. Listen, man, would I be talking about this if that didn't happen? No, I wouldn't be talking about it. I bought 3 Eminem albums. Oh, so now you can see, oh, he's influenced by Eminem. I didn't know that. Ooh. For Eminem to get bodied by somebody that's influenced by him, that's most likely, isn't it? I had 3 Eminem albums. The Relapse album, The Recovery, and Marshall Mathers, 2 LP? That one that came out after that? The one that came out after that, after the Recovery album. The Marshall Mathers 2 album, I guess you could say. Marshall Mathers 2 LP, something like that. That album. Anyway, I bought 3 Eminem albums. So you can't say I'm hating on him. But you can't outlive that. You can't outlive masturbating to Hannah Montana. No, I'm sorry, bruh. Nah. And that's that, buddy. I beat Eminem. I beat Eminem without a rap battle, man. I ain't even got to get on the track, man. I ain't even got to get on no track. That's why all these little MC females, 19, 20, dancing around on Wild 'N Out. Tell Nick Cannon he won anyway because Eminem talking about masturbating to Hannah Montana. If I would have went on Wild 'N Out with Eminem, I would have bodied him right there. Man, you hold up, stop the music. Stop everything. You talked about masturbating to Hannah Montana, I win. It's over. I don't gotta say nothing else. You lose. You masturbating to Hannah Montana, that's it, buddy. Jacking off, letting out a load on Hannah Montana. All them fans, the white girls you got, and you can't find all you could find was Hannah Montana. Listen, bro, Eminem got all kind of white girls he could have sex with. And that's a fact, ain't it? That's a fact, right? How he gonna reduce himself to think about Hannah Montana? He can have sex with all these white girls. I mean, some white girls even with boyfriends, right? Even they got boyfriends, they still will have sex with Eminem. Right or wrong? How you gonna reduce yourself down to thinking about Hannah Montana? So these for all the little 19-year-old, 20-year-old girls, the little MCs be rapping around, love Eminem. Yeah, Eminem. You know, the type when the Kangos, yeah, Eminem. He was mad. He talked about masturbating to Hannah Montana. He talked about how you feel about that. How the little female MCs feel about that. That's 7 Hour. How you feel about that? Ain't nothing you can do. You can't come back from that, man. Listen, if I make a song about it, it's over. If I made a song about it, you will be done. It's too colorful already. It's too colorful. I drop any song about that. The beat almost could be whack and I still will body you. Yo, and I got bars too. Can you imagine me, man, on 3 verses? I will body him. Talking about Hannah Montana the whole time. We're gonna call it Montana. H Montana. We're gonna say H Montana. Oh, who H Montana? We're gonna leave it as a surprise. He be talking about everything. We're gonna say, oh, this is a surprise. This is a toy in the bottom of the cereal box. That's how we're gonna start it off like an Eminem song. This is a toy inside of a cereal box. This is a toy inside of a cereal box. H Montana. H Montana. Not Hannah, H Montana. You put the abbreviation on it, H Montana. Make it a little hard, give it a little bounce, H Montana. Listen, man, all these rednecks can't stand it, can they? Well, I'm gonna get drunk, I don't care. Yeah, listen, you hate yourself. Who you hate, me or yourself? You hate yourself, don't you? You supported Eminem the whole time, and he was, you know, he love to sing, don't he? Be trying to sing, ooh, why, he be trying to sing, don't he? He put a little sonic voice on it. He put a little technology on that voice. He put some technology sounds on it. He put some technology, Hey, he put a little techno on there, didn't he? Gay people might like that. Hey man, listen. You should have knew somebody was gonna body Eminem. Eventually, a black man. You thought he was gonna last forever? Make it last forever. Make it last forever. Nothing, no one could compare to what we had. Love, it feels so good. I'm so glad you're mine. Whoa. Make it last forever. You thought you was gonna last forever, didn't you, Eminem? Not masturbating to Hannah Montana, buddy. You didn't last forever, no pun intended. You had to drop that load. You didn't last forever, did you? You didn't last forever, did you? Now you see the situation Mariah Carey had with Eminem. It's more clearer than ever, ain't it? It's more clearer than ever. Sitting up here, man, listen, sitting up here acting like he the grand MC, and then he up here masturbating, talking about masturbating. Now the $1 million question is, did he actually masturbate to Hannah Montana? Well, you know how white boy is. He got to do it. Well, I got to do this for it to be real. For it to be real, I got to do it for it to be real. You don't think he never masturbated to Hannah Montana? Well, maybe he did. How we know? Listen, we can't take his word for it, can we? We can't take his word for it, can we, bro? No. We can't take his word for it. We'll never know. We'll never know. Did Eminem actually masturbate to Hannah Montana? We'll never know. Taking pills, drinking, laying on the couch. Row, 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 row. You know that's Eminem, ain't it? Row, 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 hey. That man be saying, hey. He be making all kind of sound effects. Row, row, hey. Give me some of them hot dogs out there. Put some mustard on them, hey. Eminem like all mustard hot dogs, don't he? That's the white boy in him. He like all mustard hot dogs. Well, I like all mustard hot dogs. I only like mustard on my hot dogs. Hey, white people like mustard only on their hot dogs, don't they? Well, just put mustard on them. That's all I want, mustard. I just want mustard on them hot dogs. I just want mustard on my hot dogs. Eminem eating them mustard hot dogs, ain't it? Well, just give me 3 mustard hot dogs. I'm gonna sit here and masturbate to Hannah Montana. But I gotta first eat I gotta first masturbate to Hannah Montana. Then I'm gonna chill and eat my mustard hot dogs. I'm gonna chill and eat my mustard hot dogs. Give me a Pepsi. Give me a wild cherry Pepsi out there. Hey, them rednecks like RC Colas, don't they? Give me an RC Cola. Give me an RC Cola. I beat Eminem without a. Hey, go tell everybody I beat Eminem without a rap. That's ironic, ain't it? Eminem got defeated without a rap. You cannot talk about Michael Jackson couldn't talk about it. Michael Jackson couldn't talk about masturbating to no Hannah Montana. Oh, y'all would have buried him. Oh, there you go, talking about masturbating to Hannah Montana. And then what the rednecks gonna say? See there? You talking about masturbating to Hannah Montana? Oh no. We ain't no more. Ain't no fun in that. Ain't nobody talking about that. Ain't no humor in that. Ain't no humor. Ain't enough humor. Ain't that much humor in the world. Ain't that much humor in the world. Ain't that much shock rock in the world. Be talking about masturbating to Hannah Montana. Ain't nobody going for it, buddy. You talking about masturbating for the Hannah Montana? Ain't nobody going for that. Hey, tell all these white girl groupie, these drunk white girl Eminem fans. Tell the drunk white girl Eminem fan. You know how they get when they get drunk, they start waving their hands, they throwing up middle fingers and stuff. Hey, them type right there. Hey, tell them that Eminem talking about masturbating to Hannah Montana. He don't want you. He want Hannah Montana. Well, that's the truth. That's the truth. He want Hannah Montana. He wanted Hannah Montana. Well, she's all grown up now. Well, we ain't talking about now. We talking about then. We talking about then. We talking about when she was a little girl and he talking about masturbating to Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana. He talking about masturbating to Hannah Montana. Yeah. Hey, Eminem thought he made it, didn't he? Well, nobody beat me. I have no losses. Now you do. You gotta hold that L, buddy. You gotta hold that L. Well, I never been beat before. Mommy. Let's have a cookout. I've been beaten. I want 5 mustard hot dogs. I've been beaten. Give me RC Cola and 5 hot dogs, mustard hot dogs. I've been beaten. Yeah, you can't come back from that. And listen. If you was a black man, you couldn't say that. If Martin Luther King, listen, Michael Jackson could not say that. Michael Jackson couldn't say it. LL Cool J could not say that. Dude, he ride around, listen to it. He couldn't make that himself. Man, if we said something about Hannah Montana on a track, if we said something about that, they gonna say, oh, R. Kelly couldn't do it, could he? R. Kelly could talk about Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana.